Welcome back to Scales of Fate, everybody!
Yeah!
Hey, this is a glorious Monday. We've got a slightly squished side of the table, as you can see, but looks like James is back.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's who that is.
Yeah. Are you excited? Did you fear for your life? I'm looking at this map.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm excited because I know this means combat, but
This is a discussion.
yeah. I'm happy to be back. I'm excited to get
For no
to play.
particular reason.
Sweet.
It's a shame that you won't be able to participate in this.
That's real shame.
It's okay.
All right, so real brief recap on what happened last time. Before I do that, if you guys are curious about the music that we use, all of our sponsors and everything, you can find all that information down in the episode description, and also on our website, Discord, and other social medias. So, last time on Scales of Fate, you guys had gathered yourselves at Rax Mori's Pawn and Emporium. Therein, Salvo and Roscoe made a pretty sweet dagger.
Oh, God.
It was a nat 20, like, curved, you know...
Double
Platinum.
helix
Platinum.
platinum cursed tainted gem.
I almost want to keep it. It's nice.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you.
It's pretty edgy. It's pun intended.
Artisan at its finest.
And a totally legitimate flask.
And a totally legitimate flask that also happened to once upon a time be JJ's.
And you said it doesn't poison me when I drink from it, so I have been.
From there, JJ and Xeris headed over to Jack's clinic to gather a few more medicinal supplies, wherein they ran into, for Jack, an old acquaintance, Sylra, our friend looking for her stash that was stolen by the halfling man, and also other members of the party.
Just me.
I still keep rewatching that part of last episode where we both finally put it together at the same moment. We're just like,
You're the woods bunny.
oh, I get it.
That person.
Different name for her.
After a little bit of a discussion on Sylra trying to get her items back, she followed them back to Mori's Emporium, talked to you guys, and soon it was established that she had a little bit more interest that you guys shared mutually with the Warehouse 11. She didn't exactly say you were off the hook for the things that were taken, but she was very intrigued to see what was inside of the warehouse.
I'm gonna just, for legal purposes, bring back up the Finders Keepers law of thieves.
Well, good thing I'm not your lawyer.
Wait, one of you is my lawyer. It's you. Yeah.
Salvo. From there, Sylra had shown you guys on how to sneak into the warehouse through the rooftop of it. However, not before essentially catching a old familiar face of Cathus standing guard outside, whom now is nailed shut in a crated in a wooden crate.
Yep.
Upon entering, you guys basically made a few plans to try to sneak up on some of these people. It went pretty well for the most part, up until the jig was up, and during that time, a large, grotesque, nearly grafted creature slammed out from the shipping container down there on the map and started attacking you guys, as well as other people in this warehouse. I believe Roscoe still has a guy strung up.
I am hanging someone right now.
You are hanging someone right now. Speaking of, that constitutes a change in ambiance.
Curious, this guy came out of a storage container. Is he living in there?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Where we left off, Thalner had given Sylra heroism as a spell, emboldening you in your uncertainties or fears, but giving you enough courage to leap over these two walls, landing into the other side of the room. And that's where we're going to pick up, because though I do need to make a minor retcon, you guys are going to hear what happened now. So in this room, where this seemingly normal barrel is sitting, Spencer, will you please put this mini in its place?
Right here?
Yep. Sylra, you see the glowing dregs of this man's feet, glowing blue from Salvo's Fairy Fire spell, just getting sucked up into this barrel as it literally contracts and expands, just kind of snake-like, taking it into its body. And as the screaming stops, it kind of settles back down, looks like a normal barrel, and you see the lid burp.
Oh my gosh.
So that helped us out.
What do you do?
That's a totally normal barrel.
She is gonna kind of immediately go into like a stealth mode to try to avoid catching this thing's attention.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do that. Give me a stealth check,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna use this creature's passive perception.
Okay. Since I do have a cloak of elven kind, can I do that at advantage?
Of course you can.
Nat 20.
You just hovering through the air, see this person getting swallowed up by this barrel, and then just land 3-point stance completely silent. And as it kind of rocks back onto its bottom of the barrel, as it were, you just take the wall, slowly sneaking off to the right. The remainder of your movement speed will only put you about like another 10 more feet.
Okay.
So, James, will you mind moving that figure a little bit closer to you? There you go, right there. So for now, you do not seem to have been spotted.
Okay.
You do still have an action.
Okay. I think what I will do is I will pull out my revolver
Okay.
and get that ready.
Okay. Just silently, you guys aren't there to see this, but she just takes out a side piece that was tucked in under her arm and just kind of holds it there patiently. Are you readying an action to shoot the barrel if it gets like hostile towards you?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay, so from there, let me double check my notes to see who this one was. Okay, unfortunately, that is the enlarged grafted creature. It had just gotten buffeted by the cannon upon Salvo's shoulder, and 20 foot tall, he was on a stand on purpose, y'all. 20 foot tall, he just looks over and sees Salvo on top of the shipping containers and attempts to grapple you with its strange clawed hand.
I am in the rafters.
Okay.
If that helps.
It does have the reach to reach you.
Okay.
So it does notice you
talking about
after
this guy.
being shot by you.
Put him on that.
And it's going to attempt to grapple you. So here's the good news. He is poisoned, so his athletics check will be at disadvantage, and you may use athletics or acrobatics to escape this grapple.
Yeah, one of those is technically better.
Poison, do you say?
He's got it.
disadvantage. He's got
Okay, cool.
Or, no, he's just got the unlocked. He is supposed to be poisoned.
Never mind. I can't read that.
Woo, nice catch.
Then I dropped it.
It's okay.
I'm just rolling once.
Yes.
My acrobatics.
His was at disadvantage.
It's a 14?
He got a 16.
That's better than me.
Okay, so as you just kind of try to wriggle and writhe out of the way, he just clasps you in his hand, and you kind of see him like raise the club up in his other hand and then think twice, and he's just going to try to slam you on top of the shipping container right below you.
I don't like that.
What is your AC?
17.
Okay, he got an 18. I'm sorry. Slams down into you, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
I take that.
Okay, and you are still considered grappled in his hand at this moment.
Do I need to roll a concentration for that?
For Fairy Fire, yes, you do.
What is that?
The DC is going to be a 10, so it's a con save.
Con save?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll take that. 11.
11.
Whoa.
Okay, just barely.
All these
Fairy Fire.
barely succeeding.
So the dude who's hanging still.
Everyone can see him.
So did that mean the mimic had advantage on him?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They're just like
Delicious.
ate that dude. Okay, so from here, Salvo, you're up. You've just been slammed into the top of the shipping container, and as you look over into this creature's eyes, like they're just pure yellow, and he's just dripping saliva over fanged teeth.
Okay, and it's coming at me?
He's holding you.
He's holding me.
Yes.
If I forcibly move him 5 feet away from me, will he still be holding me?
I would allow the argument that you're trying to force his hand away from you, whereas you could give me another contested grapple. You would be at advantage, and he would be at disadvantage still.
Well, I meant with the cannon, because it forces you back 5 feet on a hit.
Gotcha. Okay. Unfortunately, if it's hit him as the entire creature, who's now considered huge, you would be moving with him. You are literally in his clutch.
Okay. The thing that made him gigantic is concentrating on him below me?
Yes. And you, in canon, you had heard and seen this person casting a spell.
Okay. Well, knowing that and being held in his embrace,
canon.
I'm gonna look down at the concentration character and say, what am I gonna say? Something snarky. Think about this!
Got him.
Weak. Nailed it.
So what you doing?
Salvo feels great about that line, though.
Trying to firebolt
Okay.
for a 12.
12 just barely misses.
Okay.
Just barely misses this guy.
But what I will do is cannon.
Cannon?
Cannon on the guy on the ground.
Okay. The same one?
Concentration boy, yes.
Okay. Got it.
Better. 21.
Hits.
Okay.
Does he have to make a save to not get knocked back?
Nope. He gets knocked back 5 feet.
Oh, dang. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give him a real quick dex save. If he fails, then he's gonna do this concentration at disadvantage. 11. What's your spell DC?
15.
Okay, so he is very disoriented, just like buffeted back. His con save will be at disadvantage. However, what is the damage on this?
That is the next part. I need to get these dice prepped. 8 force damage.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He takes that force damage, just kind of slamming back down into the ground right in front of one of those tents. He's going to make his con save at disadvantage. And fails with a natural 4 on the dice.
Take him off that stand.
As this creature begins shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, Salvo, you essentially, like, his hands are getting too small to wrap around you anymore. Go ahead and give me one more grapple check. You're at advantage for this, and he's still at disadvantage because he's still poisoned.
I love that. Respectable or not respectable? 16.
Okay, he got a 10.
Perfect.
So as he's just kind of like letting loose and like shrinking down, you hear bones crackling. Basically, with this check, you almost roll off the side of this container and just grab the edge and then pull yourself back up.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that creature's turn. Salvo had just gone.
Salvo is going to make a movement.
What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
On the rafters, can I get to the top of these?
You're on the top of that shipping container.
Oh, right, because it dragged me down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I want to try to avoid this asshole. I think I'm going to move down kind of like how JJ did, but on this corner.
Okay.
If that's doable.
Yep. Perfectly doable. You slide right on over.
Cannon's still on my shoulder.
Covered up.
And you're good. Cannon's on your shoulder. That is going to be Xerus. You are up, my friend.
Okay. Well, I'm going to this little trio that had started to run away, which was it Thane?
Yep, Thane was one of them.
Thane is among them.
He's the taller one that's closest to the hallway.
And then the little one's like basically dead.
Save Thane for me.
And with that, I will do sleep with lethal damage.
The lethal kind of sleep.
Night.
So yeah, I cast good night.
So let me ask you this: are you trying to center it on both of those figures, or
All three.
So,
They're all 3 right there.
There's 4 things down there, really.
Well, there was 3.
no, there's only supposed to be 2. This one had stayed behind to take a shot at Sylra, and then these 2 were.
So this is Thane and the little one?
Yes.
Then yeah,
over there.
Thane
Sorry, my
and
bad.
a different person
Then
that you
yeah,
don't
those 2.
recognize.
Yeah, the
Who sleep out of combat.
10,
Initiative.
23 hit points worth. Oh,
Nailed it.
Okay, I'll say this.
The inspiration.
They both have 22 hit points.
even the little one that was like almost dead.
The little one didn't get touched. The one that had shot, or not touched, but you had taken a menial amount of hit points from them with the magic missile. They had a maximum of 22. I believe the damage last time. I'm still trying to find it. I think the damage was like 3 on one of them and 2 on the other.
That was
Sounds correct.
yeah, because that one was almost dead. Because
The
she
one
had
that's
stabbed
almost
it.
dead is the one that has the poison title on him.
Yeah,
And you-
this little one that's in
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
He
Well
turned
then,
around to take a shot on Sylra because Sylra had stabbed him.
okay. So if they both have the same amount of health, then I would like Thane to go to sleep.
Okay, Thane goes to sleep.
Okay.
Gotcha. The other one sees Thane just kind of like, and just like, and just keeps running. Okay, so you put Thane to sleep. Bonus action or movement speed.
Let me double check. I will chill.
Okay, chilling right there where you're at. Got it. It is now that Mage's turn that had just gotten buffeted back. He is prone. He stands up, taking half of his movement speed, just kind of groaning a little bit as wood chips fall off of him. And then he's going to... He sees Thalner with his passive perception. You two had hidden around that corner. He's actually going to move the rest of his movement speed, kind of getting to that barrel, laying down on the ground right there. And let me get this laser pointer going. Right about, yeah, he gets right about there. And then he's going to cast... Let me just double check what he has real quick. Whoop. I forgot to make a card for him. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, Thalner, but you are his target in this moment. Runs over, firing that at you. Does a 12 hit your AC?
No.
Really? I thought it was 12. Oh, man. Okay. Well, yeah. Got an 8 on the dice, so. Okay, yeah. You see this strange melting black and purple antimatter just kind of expose and then expel from his hand. And it hits one of the hay bales from behind you, and it just completely turns into a black disintegration.
Oh, okay.
And then... Okay, he doesn't have any more movement speed.
Good.
He's been force ballistic.
Doesn't have a bonus action. He just growls real mean at you. Kind of looking at this guy in the darkness, you see a little bit of glowstone popping up around the area. But looking at this guy, he looks like his jaw, like the top half of his face looks maybe like elven. The bottom half of his jaw looks draconic in nature. And he's got kind of a hunched shoulder and gnarled draconic hands as he's firing these spells off at you. Okay, so that was his turn, and then the Hound moves on the other initiative order. So, speaking of other initiative order, that's them. The Hound rushes towards Thalner, smelling blood.
How far?
It can get to him. Sorry. Its pack tactics don't work because there's nobody nearby to you. And by Hound, I mean this looks like a dragon without wings, about the size of a dog, just snarling and snapping, and a little bit of green clouds coming out of its mouth. There's a natural 20 hit.
For you.
I'm sorry.
Oof.
I'll probably say I can't even see that probably, so.
Yeah. Okay, so 7 points of piercing damage. You down?
Ooh.
Yep.
Just bites into you. The shock washes over you as it kind of rings you around, and then throws you onto the ground. Turning around, looking at the mage that was just casting at you, it continues moving into the other direction, about another 10 feet, right about there. Okay, so All that being said, Roscoe, you're up, buddy.
All right, I'm still grabbing this rope, feeling the excitement of a wriggling and writhing fish on the end of my line. Honestly, pretty thrilled, but I realize I need to move on, and so I take a python and I just drive it into the ground.
What?
And tie the rope off.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? Okay, so this ground, this is a pretty solid, tough bit of ground. Like, this isn't concrete by nature, but it's bits of stone. There would be a crevice in which you could wedge the python into, but you're gonna need to put a lot of force behind that. So what I actually need you to do is I need you to give me an attack roll on the python.
Would using some sort of elemental force help it slide in?
In this circumstance, no, unfortunately. You would even deem that it might damage the python.
So I'm
Actually, you have ice?
I do have ice.
That might help you a little bit.
Okay.
That might help you a little bit.
Also, this bitch.
So I'm gonna do an unarmed ice strike onto the python.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
That doesn't look good from over
That's
here.
a 10.
AC is 10.
Oh,
Low AC.
there we go.
Okay, now go ahead and give me the damage, and I will let you know how successful this ended up being.
7.
7 points of damage? Okay. You just kind of still holding onto the rope, like fumble through your backpack, pull out a python, stick it into the ground, and then slam your fist on top of it, just spraying icicles from your hand. It jams to the ground, and you quickly tie the rope up into it. You can see that the python is straining a little bit. You're not 100% certain about its structural stability, but it's holding, and the guy is still just kind of gasping right now. In fact, my apologies, I forgot to narrate. He would have been on that last initiative, and he immediately takes 1 death saving throw. He's suffocating. So if he his con mod is 2. If he goes 1 more round without being able to breathe, he's dead.
If he receives any damage during the death saves, he automatically dies?
Yes.
Interesting.
You as Roscoe would know this, but specifically the situation occurring. You're like, oh yeah, I remember just kicking the guy one time. That worked.
Speaking of which, you did make an attack for your action.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I... Alright, so... Basically, as a monk, I have unarmed strike. When you use the attack with an unarmed strike or monk weapon on your turn, you can make 1 unarmed strike as a bonus action. Can I, before I use the bonus action unarmed strike or after drive the python, can I throw a dart?
Would be an armed strike.
I know, but I want that to be my main one.
The bonus
Python
action
to be the
stipulation
bonus.
here is that when you make the attack action. So the attack action must happen first. So in this circumstance, your attack action was to drive that python into the ground.
And it's
You
one
didn't know
unarmed.
if it would hit.
Yeah, and it's 1 unarmed for an additional unarmed.
So you would essentially
no,
need to.
it's a monk weapon. It's
You
the
haven't
first-
used your movement.
It's the first
gotcha.
try. Yeah. So I will use my movement. I want to go around the corner here and get close. I can't do anything else other than a bonus action, unarmed strike. I can't get close enough to do that, so I'm going to wait.
True, but I will be fair to you as a DM. You do have jumpy boots and
Oh.
some pretty decent move speed.
You can jump and punch them.
Yeah, those walls are 10 foot tall. So hopping up on a crate and then to the wall and then to him would essentially be all of your movement speed.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Roscoe just slams with an icy fist a python into the ground, hops up onto a crate, backflips onto the wall, and then backflips up into the air again. Go ahead and give me an attack roll using your bonus action.
Please tell me it's a slap.
That's even worse than the last one.
Oh.
It's a bloody 9.
Okay,
But
9.
he is hanging?
Wait,
He is restrained.
isn't it an instant? Isn't it an automatic success if they're unconscious?
He's
Oh,
restrained.
I don't know about
Okay,
that.
gotcha.
Suffocating and unconscious is a wishy-washy area.
Gotcha.
Is restrained advantage?
Yes, restrained would be at advantage. He's a pinata at this rate.
A party pinata.
He's
lit up.
hoping some candy will come out.
He is lit up. Oh yeah, he's also fairly
That's a
fire
1.
lit
It's
up.
my favorite.
Halfway.
He's like
Okay,
this
that's better. It's a
chandelier
17.
pinata.
Okay, 17 definitely hits. I'm not even gonna really have you roll damage. As you kick him, the inertia of where you're sending his body being taut on the rope, you hear a sickening crack of his neck. Oh. He kind of like dangles through the air a little bit, and then you hear a zing, and then the python falls, and then he falls to the ground, and he's dead.
But still sparkly. He's
He
now lighting up the hallway.
effectively had a lot more hit points than that death was.
Yeah, Roscoe is very intrigued by this whole strangling thing now, and I think something just awakened with it.
Oh no.
Roscoe's got issues.
Oh no. Yeah.
So I'm gonna then try and land
Who didn't know that though?
back here.
Okay.
I think Roscoe has plans.
No. So your movement speed essentially is going to catch you freeze frame in midair, right about where he was
Didn't
dangling.
know that could happen.
Yeah. So on your next turn, you'll be falling.
Is there a deceased or
There's a die. The glowing rock.
That's a glowing
No,
rock.
but for the dude.
Oh.
He's
He's the
just
barrel,
dead.
so yes. He's in the scary barrel lane.
You mean
No,
the
he
guy
means
that
the one
got
I
hit
just
with
killed.
the
Yes.
pen?
Oh.
I don't know, he's just laying down.
He's laying down
he's
with
over there.
fire.
He's over there. Okay, so that was Roscoe. Thalner, you're up with JJ on deck. You're unconscious. Give me a death save.
11.
11 passes. That's one pass for Thalner. Okay. Glad to see you pass. Sorry, you're unconscious. JJ, you're up.
Well. I kind of see Salvo mirroring me a little bit. I'm like, what in the hell is that thing? Oh god. Okay, there's
What's that condition on you?
poisoned. There's 2.5 bad people, 2 big people. How far would you say Thalner is from me?
50
Oh.
feet. 60.
60 feet, yeah.
So I could only, okay, so 30 feet's about halfway. But there's people in the way. I want to do my best to get over there. Probably not this turn, because if I dash over there, I'll be pretty
Defenseless.
boned. Yeah. So I'm going to peek around this edge of this crate and then just kind of shoot whoever the first person. So that'd be the standing guy
Yep.
there.
Which I forgot his turn in initiative. It's supposed to be back here, but
Okay, go for it.
Can you laser pointer? Is it the green?
yeah.
He's-
So
yeah,
he's
the green guy
talking
right
about
there.
this guy.
Evil Aquaman.
Here's the thing. This guy.
Swamp Thing.
Just dies. He just dies.
No,
first.
the only person that he sees right now that he would be able to see, because Thalner went down.
Be Roscoe in midair.
No, I think it's he'd be able to see Xerus. Yep, because he saw you casting those magic missiles as he was running down the hallway, and then he saw you casting a sleep spell over there. So he's gonna look up at you. I will give you a half cover of +2 AC for being up in the rafters, but he's throwing a javelin at you.
All right.
What is it? An 8 to hit. All right.
I'm down. I'm just kidding.
8 to hit misses. He throws another javelin at you. Okay, 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's that'll do the trick.
Okay.
That'll do it.
One javelin sails over your head, and you kind of look, but you didn't see the second one now heading for you, and you take 6 points of piercing damage as a javelin just jettisons itself into your thigh.
Ow.
Ouch.
That's exactly.
Oh, Ace Ventura.
I need to rewatch this.
Okay.
A lot
so
more fun when you're not the one with the javelin in your leg.
he does want to get in a more advantageous position to hit you.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. He's going to take his movement speed. He's going to hop up one hay barrel, another hay bale, and because of rough terrain, he just gets up to that second hay bale and stops right there. He probably should have threw his javelins after doing that, but you live and you learn.
Dumbass.
Well, the other one was an 8 anyway. Okay, so, sorry, rewinding. JJ, he would be the closest one that you can see from that vantage point, still. And then the big scary dude floating through the air.
Or the little person? Or I don't know if I...
Yeah, you also do see the little person that had been stabbed by Sylra.
Use the laser pointer, please.
Okay, sorry. JJ, you would still be able to see this guy. You can see this person that had been stabbed by Sylra, not looking great. You can see this guy.
Okay. I am going to, peek my head around this crate. I'm going to shoot the little person. Shoosting.
Roll for Houston.
Roll for Shoost.
Kerplop.
Okay, cool. That is 24 to hit.
24 unfortunately hits.
Unfortunately hits.
Very different
of that
definitions. That was
That
great.
is 14 damage.
We get inspiration
to which
for each
one?
other.
And a
The
drink.
one on the hay bales?
That's on the floor, the one on the ground.
Okay, you just turn, aim your pistol, fire, hits him straight in the back, and he just falls over dead.
Okay, cool. Because my plan is to run across, and he is the person in my way,
Yep.
more or less. So I'm going to jump down
Okay.
from these barrels, and then being in extreme pain, kind of just wince, like, fuck. And then use my bonus action to buck up.
Forget that's a thing.
Bucket.
And
Buck
then
up, buddy.
spend 1 grit point to roll a hit die. I'm going to do that later. And then I'm going to... Is this other side of this, in between these two, blocked off? Like if
No,
I
it's
went,
open.
If I went
Like
like
he
open.
can go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could potentially go through, yes.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I go over here or over here. I guess...
Do it. Make it a killing tunnel.
Yeah,
slide
and
through
you
the
still would
tunnel.
be pretty well hidden in between.
How far do you want to go through?
Most importantly, the big ass flying dude can't hit you.
I basically, actually... Yeah, I guess this. I want to be basically within 30 feet of Thalner for no particular reason.
You should be able to very easily do that by being at the end.
Where'd the 30-foot one go?
I mean,
I'm uncertain. I can only find the 60.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's just
let's say the very end you're there,
Yeah.
Okay.
because I'm the DM.
You have healing bullets? Not yet.
Did I,
Hush,
did I-
hush, hush.
did I
Nobody heard
fall
that.
forward when I went unconscious? Maybe like
just kind of roll dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it. You're kind of under the table.
Which actually, that's a fire pit.
Well, yeah, under the extinguished fired pit.
It's an elevated fire pit. There's a lid.
Oh, speaking of, when that unconscious occurred, Sylra, you're no longer under the effects of heroism.
Okay.
You don't even
Yeah, it's
stand.
concentration. But you know what isn't?
What isn't?
Unseen servant.
Yeah, there's still an unseen servant active, just kind of like,
It says
Chilling.
they still perform the function that they were given. But I don't remember the last name.
They're on all.
fire
They're
out.
on. No, they're on all fours right now.
Yeah.
oh,
That's right.
they were
That person was supposed
trip
to
that
fall.
mage.
The guy that attacked me, he was supposed to get tripped.
You're right. Well, he
Nice.
missed. It was the hound that had gotten you.
Oh
True.
yeah.
But
So-
that guy should have been on his face.
Okay, you're absolutely right. I forgot about the unseen servant.
If
Oh,
anything, I blasted him over the unseen servant.
yeah, you know what? But he still went in that same direction, though.
At least give him a skinned knee.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what?
And put him back here.
Put him back. Yeah, put him back 5-ish feet, right about there.
Yeah.
And he's prone again. And he did not get the chance to fire off a spell at you that had also missed.
So he doesn't look dead.
Nice. That was
We're
cool.
getting pro at this.
Nice, guys.
We're getting thrown at
That's-
Prone at this.
Yeah, so my unseen
I wish I
servant
could
is
kick you out
still
right
just
now.
chilling in the floor.
You passing secret notes?
Why did you just like miss?
Okay.
I'm saving my battery. It's on airplane mode.
From here,
What is your target?
it is the large flying drake creature's
Nah.
Are you sure he's actually in the combat?
turn. No, he exists. He's here.
I don't. He's
I don't
asleep.
know. Debatable.
He's sexy.
Go to sleep.
You can just let
He
him.
sees Jack just kind of hop,
It's
like
based on-
roll through the rafters and
large.
hop down to one of the shipping containers, rolling off of to one of the sides and sees him fall down below. You guys just faintly hear a And he turns, leaving you alone, and after hearing Xeris taking some damage from the javelin, flies at Xeris, and he's going to attempt to grapple you.
Can someone move that over there? I got it.
All right, Xeris.
You don't have to.
Athletics or an acrobatics check to avoid this grapple.
Acrobatics for sure.
Okay.
Not that it's that much
He's
better,
right up on you.
but it's not terrible.
You gotta be it. Kissing distance to grapple.
Nat 20!
Whoa!
Yes!
Okay. Here,
Grab the javelin.
So he had only gotten a 13. He rolled an 8 on the dice for this grapple, but now here's the thing. Because it's a nat 20, I don't normally reward natural 20s when it comes to skill checks, but that, in my mind's eye, seems slick, like the acrobatics feat that you did perform, just weaving in and out of this rafter type area. He gets frustrated and roars a little bit and goes to grab you again. You can give me another athletics check at advantage.
Acrobatics.
Or acrobatics. It's a grapple check, so yes.
Cool.
At advantage.
13.
You got a 19. So he grabs you with his other hand. He says, "Got you!" And he goes to throw you on the ground.
He gets 3 attacks.
Yeah, he has 3 attacks.
Remember, he's hit with his sword twice and then tail whip JJ.
And about 30 foot up into the air, you're going to take falling damage. It's 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. Give me a concentration check for your sleep spell.
That's fine.
It's not concentration.
Wizards.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
It's a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, lasts a minute. Got it. So as you just hear the crunching of your body hitting the side of the ground, a few cracked ribs as you breathe in a sharp pain, you just see him like flap his wings a little bit above you, laugh, and he looks like he's about to fly down towards you. Now,
One of you put him on the ground.
Sylra, you're up.
Okay.
Which way did he throw me?
Straight down.
Straight down.
Straight down.
Cool.
Is the entrance to what I'm looking for visible, or?
Yep, about 10 feet away from that barrel.
Oh my god.
Sunken into a part of this warehouse was built into the mountainous side, and it looks like part of the natural rock formation was built around on this edge of this warehouse, and that's where you see the vault door.
Okay. Can I attempt to sneak over and try to open it?
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check. Stealth check.
A snail
Give
check.
me a stealth check.
That is a 26.
Okay, yeah, no way. This creature, you can just hear like smacking and just disgusting chewing sounds as it just kind of contains this figure that it had eaten. It's not paying attention to you at all at the moment.
Okay.
So you can get it up to that door without it seeing you.
Okay.
Okay, so you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Jessica, do you mind moving that figure up towards that door in the corner? Thank you very much. I need to start using this laser. Okay, so you are at the door. Just putting your hands on it, free action. It's very locked. And
Okay.
you've seen this door before.
Okay.
What are you doing from here?
Can I use my bonus action to use my Thieves Tools?
Yep, because you are a thief.
Indeed I am. Okay.
Teeth tings. Oh my gosh! That's the second time!
Shared brain cell.
Single brain cell. Shared brain cell.
Checks out.
Now, because I'm
was
proficient
dumb.
with Thieves Tools, is that just a regular roll?
It's going to be Dex plus proficiency.
Should play wavelengths.
Ooh. I would say that does not work. That's a 9.
Okay. You're very nervous. You get over to the door and you're like, okay, I have to do this quietly. And by doing it quietly, taking up the remainder of your time on this turn, you're not actually making any headway with the tumblers at all.
Okay.
You think that you could pick this, but after the heroism fell off, you have this a mass sense of fear, and it's causing you to slip, essentially.
Okay.
What are you doing for the rest of your turn?
I think I'm gonna keep trying to work at this door.
Okay, so you're gonna take your action now to use the Thieves Tool?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. We're gonna say that this is. You realize that you need to actually put the skillful effort into it. It will make noise.
Okay.
You yourself didn't make noise on the way over here, but now consuming your action to do this, you are going to make some noise.
Okay. Let me see.
I'm opening a lock. I'm over here.
I used to be a locksmith. The noise is you cursing.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Not right now, Barrel. I'm busy. Shh.
Nat 20.
Oh! Again.
Okay, you just like wipe your brow, spin the dial, the vault hangs open. You see the barrel just like looking over at you. Just hear another chewing sound as the lid pops open. Vault is open, and as you see inside, you see two very large chests. One of them is locked, the other is not, doesn't have a lock on its apparatus, and on the others, like basically where the vault door backs up to, there are stacks of even smaller chests, also unlocked.
Okay.
Passive investigation, or just because you have been in and out of this warehouse before, you know that the chests are basically material spoils, and these smaller stacked ones behind the vault door, that's where the money would be.
Okay.
But that is essentially your action economy here.
Okay.
So, from there, it is the large grafted man. Still frustrated, like a toddler that's lost his toy. He's going to lumber around this side, attempting to get salvo. This time, he's not going to mess with the grapple. He knows that he's a lot smaller in this circumstance. He's just going to try to hit you with his claws.
Still
Can
very
you get there
large.
with all the objects in the way?
Yeah.
There's like some rocks.
Yeah, I mean, that was
and
only
stuff,
like 15 feet, so he could move 30 feet maybe here.
He definitely can. He would be on that other side, if anything, standing on the rock, which is just a bundle of ore-like supplies. 16 to hit your AC.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Goes to
yeah.
slice his claws
Thanks, Rex.
at you,
Seriously.
and then
That's why I needed a shield.
10 to hit your AC with the club.
Sure don't.
Okay. Just claws, scrapes, scratches into the top of this shipping container, slams his club back down, and you just kind of like lightly sidestep it, like, oh, no, you don't. Okay.
Not so big now.
That was him.
Still very large.
I'm going to go ahead and give this mimic an active perception check. Okay. It was looking at you like slightly confused, and now you can just kind of see it like start to lull. Essentially, in bullet time, you see it where it's dropping to its side, and that's where you had seen it swallow up that guy. So it just kind of like rolls a little bit and starts dropping towards its side, looking at you.
Okay.
It moves. It's actually super full right now, and its movement speed kind of sucks. I'll consider it rough terrain. It gets physically up to you, and he's going to try to grapple you with its tongue, but since he's already got the contents of that prior guy in front of him, I'll go ahead and give him disadvantage.
Okay.
You can contest this grapple with acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Athletics, obviously.
That was a natural 20 and a nat 10 for a total of 14.
Okay, I have a 27.
Okay. It's not even an issue.
Close.
Long story
Good try.
short, actually, you just kind of duck its tongue that lashes out, and then you head into that vault, and you start closing the door behind you a little bit, just so that you I'm not going to say that the door is closed now, but you're intuitively doing this to be like, oh, okay, leave me alone for a second.
Can I pinch its tongue in the door?
Oh.
I'll allow it. Just go ahead and roll me a d8.
Okay. 3.
Okay. 3 points of blood or
Tongue damage.
crushing tongue
Pinching
damage.
damage.
Pinching.
Pinching damage. Piercing, I guess.
Pinching. You just hear like a little bit of like, and it pulls the tongue back out.
It's resistant to pinching damage.
Salvo, you're back up.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go for the flying dude, but this dude is, well, trying to swing at me, so he is my target.
Targy.
Yeah, turn to the amalgamation dude. Does he look rough at all? Like, physically?
I don't think
He's been hurt a little bit.
I was about to say,
Okay.
he's
He
barely
just basically
been
has a
touched.
chunk missing out of his cheek from your cannon.
Just a chunk.
And he's poisoned.
Yes.
Okay, well... Is he wearing any armor?
Not that you can see.
Is that poison slowly doing damage to him?
No, it just
nah.
It's a crippling poison.
Disadvantage
Asking
against
about
skill
that.
checks.
Okay, so I'm going to turn to him. I'm going to say, "Be gone, foul beast," and I cast Firebolt cantrip style right at him,
Okay.
point blank on his face, because that's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Ugly mug.
That's a 21.
21 definitely hits.
Dope.
For sure. 100%.
For 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage.
And then he's engaged with me, right?
More or less, yeah.
Then cannon.
Boom!
Straight to the face,
Okay.
as best I can.
No.
And then
And then?
And then
19.
19 definitely hits.
Dope.
That one.
For 12 force damage, pushing him
Wow.
back 5 feet.
Woo! Ouch, that actually,
Does
yeah,
he
that
take
hurt him.
falling damage falling off the ore that you said he was standing on?
I'll give him a dex save.
That one.
That could be prone.
Nat 4. Yeah, you pushed him back and he's prone now. He's not going to take falling damage. Well,
Ooh, good save.
he smacks his head on the floor, taking 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
We'll take it. We take those.
We take those.
Now he's got a chunk and a concussion.
Yeah.
Then
Poisoned, concussed, and prone.
I'm going to go back up, because I don't think the dragon thing is so engaged with me anymore, so I can get a good view of the battlefield, as it were.
Sure.
Keeping an eye on him. And then I'm just gonna yell down to JJ that I got you covered from the air as best I can.
Well, Salvo. You sound devilishly handsome now.
Okay. So,
Concentration.
Salvo, you climb back up, shouting down to JJ that you got his back as you kind of see him trying to beeline it for Thalner.
I know what JJ's doing.
Okay. From here, Leon, you finally have made it. You've busted through the front door. You are currently dashing. And you
This hallway?
you get right about here. You're dashing, so you still have 30 feet of your movement speed. So you get right past this pillar right here, and then you see Xeris
That's
real messed up around the corner,
Falling through the
through the air, just smack and hit the ground
like a comet.
And then you see flying up in the air what appears to be a very large, armored and armed to the teeth, dragon-like creature. And as you kind of rush around, it sees you and just kind of snarls a little bit.
Yeah, engage with him.
I look up at the dragon and I kind of smirk, and just excited, and sprint as far as I can, trying to get in front of, basically standing over Xeris.
Okay, so if taking
Is
the
that too
dash, it'll
far?
take your action. So if you want to get that far, it'll take your action on this turn.
You can move 30 feet to...
Yeah, I would be perfectly fine with running to Xeris, raging, and then just being in front, waiting for the dragon.
Okay, so you just go into a rage. A shimmering green light emits from your body as the scales on your arms just start to grow. Your war pick summons in your hand. You just like let out a roar, and the creature sees you, and you start rushing forward, getting nearby to Xeris. You're readying your action to do what exactly?
I telepathically say to this thing,
Okay.
"Come and get me, you baby."
Okay, so let's say that you're waiting for him to approach you, and then what are you gonna do?
Oh, sorry.
When he
Are
approaches,
you approaching me?
when he does approach me, or I'm
Yeah. If basically how holding an action works on your turn, or in this circumstance, like you had used your action to dash. I'm allowing the flavor to like essentially here get ready for something. What are you trying to do? Are you just going to smack him? Are you going to like punch him out of the air? Are you going to grapple him? What are you thinking?
Well, I probably wouldn't want to grapple him in that scenario because it'd be close to Xeris. So I would say I would probably have my ball hammer ready.
Okay.
And then just try and smack him as he comes down.
Cool. Baseball style. Let's see it. All right. For now, Leon, that is your turn. Xeris, you're up, and as you kind of slowly wink your eyes awake, you see the imposing figure of Leon standing over your body.
You just see my silhouetted butt cheeks.
They're glimmering.
One cheek is like
Shiny.
like twitching.
It's like a cat when it's ready to pounce. You know?
So upon the, I'm very grateful for the sight of emerald cheeks here. I rise to my feet. Inspiration. Okay, I'm gonna say, Leon. Glad you were able to join. And then I throw out my firebolt, which is arcane force bolt, and that is going to be a 23 to hit on the big guy.
Definitely hits. Yep.
And that will be hitting for 6 damage.
That is the first time he has taken damage.
Wow.
And then I'm going to I'm going to Misty Step.
Where are you misty stepping to?
I'm going to Misty Step.
You have to see the location that you're trying.
Yeah. On a Misty Step up onto the rafter again.
Right next to him?
No, not right next to him, like
Oh,
a little bit more that way. Yeah.
Diagonally, you wouldn't be able to reach it. The rafters are 30 foot into the air. It would have to be right above you.
Oh. Well, then I move
Where are you moving?
that way.
Okay.
Can you explain the Misty Step?
Misty Step is basically I teleport, essentially.
30 feet, yep.
A little mist shows
That's
where
what
I
I
was,
thinking.
and I
Okay.
poof back in
Nightcrawler
the...
style.
Yeah, exactly. Nightcrawler. Yep.
Xeris, you rush forward.
Purple, lavender-y kind of...
You can smell the lavender.
You
Yes.
run forward, electing not to use Misty Step. As you're running, you can tell that the what is known as a dreadnought above you is not looking at you. Definitely sees a worthy challenge in Leon as he rushes up.
I don't cast Misty Step.
Yeah, you didn't cast Misty Step.
Oh, I was moving and then going to cast it up, but I'm not going to do that. I want to move towards these barrels.
You were prone. That's the lot of your movement speed right here.
You had to get up off the ground.
Okay. Well then, I guess if it's safe to
Is
say
getting
I'm
up
like right there.
from...
No, like 5 foot back. That was the max of your movement speed because you were already prone. Where you were.
Is getting up from prone in action?
It's half
of your movement speed. So technically, you should actually move a little bit farther back
Yeah.
because you would have 15 feet of
It should be
movement.
15.
But can he use his action to do Misty Step?
You
That's
can't
not.
move.
That's a bonus
It's
action.
a bonus action, and he used his action to firebolt.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will go on
And
ahead
then
and
bonus action.
Misty Step up
Did he
to...
firebolt?
I firebolt.
Yes.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
I want to Misty Step up onto the crates.
Okay.
Then.
Below me.
Yes. On the front side.
Yeah.
I do want to get, just to keep it kosher, I didn't put lines on this map. I do want to get a good measurement of that distance.
Definitely.
From where you just Misty stepped.
Yep.
Be about
It
35.
would have been a little bit farther back.
Then be like 40. How far can you Misty step?
You can-
30 feet.
30.
Oh, then not quite.
That's a 30.
Yeah,
but,
but
that's
you-
also 30, and he couldn't have moved.
Oh,
that
but I was
much.
directly
Could have
below him.
moved 15. No, you were where Leon was standing over you. So you were where Leon was. That's where he had thrown you prone on the ground.
Okay, well I'll just chill on the ground there.
I need a ruler instead of this with hash marks.
Well, we had one that was 30 feet that helped. But
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
Okay, so yeah, put him
You
back.
just put him back on the ground.
So you're not getting up.
What?
No, back down here where you moved to.
Yeah,
So
You're
right
safe.
about
15
there.
foot.
Right about there is where
Yeah.
you would have been at.
That
Okay.
distance there.
Now you can Misty Step.
So you can Misty Step.
Nah.
You would not be able to reach that
Couldn't Misty step.
container.
No.
You might be able to get closer to Roscoe though.
I'm good.
Chill right there for a bit?
Yep.
Okay. After that, it is the mage's turn. He stands up from prone, having been buffeted back once and then tripping over seemingly nothing again. He kind of gets his bearings and he turns and he looks at JJ and in his other hand goes to fire that same necrotic energy that he attempted to try to shoot at Thalner before tripping over an invisible person.
There's no one there.
That's a natural 20.
Oh man.
You're right
Wait,
there.
Is this a ranged attack?
Yes, it is.
Is this to hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Yes.
I'm going to use bullet time. When a creature you see makes a ranged attack against you, you can spend 1 grit point to impose disadvantage on the attack. Woo! And 1 more point.
Does a 9 hit your AC?
No, let's go.
That's like the second nat 20 I've been
Suck it, DM.
Yeah. I just want to crit you guys.
No.
We get it.
Yeah, I think I
okay.
had enough.
The necrotic energy just whizzes past your head as you had shot him in the hand, kind of moving his hand out of the way for the trajectory. He's going to take half his movement speed and essentially get to the other side of this hound right about here. This Drake Hound. The Drake Hound, essentially the mage barks an order in Draconic, and the Drake Hound turns its attention and starts sprinting towards you. It can get in range with you, and it's going to take a bite on you.
Rat bastard.
22 to hit. Hit. Take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As he sinks his teeth into your leg and starts like wiggling his neck. But that is that creature's turn. And then we are back to the one that had thrown javelins.
Up on the hay.
Yep, up on the hay.
Hey, girl, hey.
The other 2 are dead. What is he gonna do here?
Just think of them as unalived.
Okay. He has 1 javelin left that he takes out. He's gonna throw it at you, Xeris. That's a natural 2 on the dice. So does not hit you.
Needed that.
Running out of javelins, he kind of hops over the rest of this wall, landing on the ground. He will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as he almost rolls his ankle.
He's like,
Oh, my big
around
toe.
on it.
The other 2 are dead. Jeez. Okay. And he's going to try to make a short attack against you, Xeris. Okay, that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 4 points of slashing damage.
That I'm barely alive.
Oh man.
You're saying you're alive.
Should have stayed behind my powerful glutes.
Oh
So
boy.
much support.
Okay. All right. That was their turn.
He's my rock.
Roscoe, you're up.
All right, so I am currently, I believe, falling through the air.
Yep. And
Wow.
you can see all this chaos happening in front of you.
That's what I was wondering. Can I see that this rabbit is breaking into a vault?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
It's too far and it's too dark. You do not have
Alright,
dark
the
vision.
darkness will-
You can
I'll
only
give that
see
to you.
your homies that are basically in this hallway right in front of you.
You can see me getting cut up and almost dead.
Yeah, you see Xeris getting absolutely messed
I
up.
have a javelin in my leg.
I think
So-
my unconscious body is also in the darkness, so you can't see that.
Can I like
There's a fire there.
just hop down
Oh.
here and
No.
kind
It's like smoldering.
do a cool little roll thing?
Give me an acrobatics check for your roll. It'll determine whether you're going to take fall damage. And I'm only doing this now because eventually fall damage is not going to matter to you at all.
Get it in while
Get him while
I
it's
can.
high.
That's a 16.
You're fine. No, yeah, you perfectly tuck and roll and essentially land right in front of Xeris.
All right.
if that's where you're intending to go.
What's that die?
That's a
That's
glowing
just a
stone.
glowing stone.
one of those yellow rock.
Helps you see.
Couldn't see
It's a
that.
glowing stone.
It's a glowy stone.
It's a stone that
It's a
glows.
stone that glows.
It's like a
Stone.
shiny rock, but like has its own light.
It's a glowstone.
It's kind of like a glow stick, but it's rounder.
Like a firefly,
Yeah.
but
Like a rock.
Actually,
like a stone.
it's a magical tinkering stone.
Well, the dead body next to me is still glowing brightly. I assume.
Yeah,
And the body actually glows brighter than the stone does.
definitely.
It's twice as bright.
Brilliant.
Cut its hand off and use it as a flashlight.
All right,
Sab was
well,
flattered.
I'm going to run up
That's
and
dark and I love it.
attack this guy that's slashing Xeris.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to start off with my staff.
Okay.
$13.
13 misses.
I was afraid of that. I am then going to take an unarmed strike.
Okay. You go and swing your staff overhead, just trying to connect with him, and he just barely ducks out of the way in the last moment.
That's even worse. It's a 9.
9 does not hit, and this time he just kind of pushes, like you go to swing, and then he just steps back a little bit, pushing your arm out of the way.
At this point, I'm pissed, so I take a big drink.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that con save.
Ooh,
You are at advantage if you need it.
I might not, but 21.
Okay. You were buzzed. You are now getting a little bit drunk, but you do not suffer the negative effects.
All right, so that's gonna give me 2 hit points per level. So that's 6 temporary hit points.
You just go to swing your staff, miss, go to punch him, he just kind of steps out of the way. You like furrow your brow and just put up a finger and then start taking a chug, and the guy's like, what?
Now that's better.
Now I try and just kick him right in the where I assume his balls are.
You unfortunately have already taken your attack actions.
I'm going to use a key point to
Oh!
do flurry of blows.
Ah, here we go.
Much better. That is a 25.
Hits.
That's how you do it. You're like, oh, I'm not drunk.
That's Slyra drunk. Oh
Too
my
sober
God,
for this.
Slyra.
Too sober for this shit.
7.
Nice.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
He was very confused looking at you for a second, was about to turn his attention back to Xeris, and you just boom, right in the gut. He just goes.
A little high.
Yeah. Okay. And Flurry of Blows is just one bonus attack, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, moving forward from there, Thauner.
13.
13 passes. So you are starting to get a little bit more stable. JJ, it is your turn.
Dang it. Okay, I have
Yeah,
to.
you got the dog. Dog dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my last grit point
Ooh.
to.
Dodge roll.
Give him a treat.
I could take a hit.
Yeah, you can.
I have temporary hit point. I can take a hit. I'm just gonna run past him.
Okay. So
The dog has some.
Hound's gonna take an attack of opportunity. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool. Worth it.
Just bites a chunk out of your calf and just rips it
To
out of your
Falmer.
pant leg.
Running like just totally police car vaulting over this this
Okay.
coffee table.
I'd say that your movement speed will get you to stop right there. Like right in range of Thauner.
Okay, cool. I was like, no.
Right in melee range. I have to specify this range that I'm speaking of.
Okay, and then I will use my action
And wrong.
to do healy things. Where is it? A D6.
Medic.
You want to roll it?
Nah, I trust you.
Ha!
My life is in your
Okay, nope.
hands.
That is a 6
Amount
plus.
of health.
How many hit die do you have? 3? Or we all have 3, right?
Yeah, we're all 3.
Okay, so that is 9 health.
Not bad. You
Alright.
kind of fumble around with some of your stuff, pull out a syringe, and just like in Pulp Fiction, just slam it into Thauner's chest. Drop the plunger, and Thauner, you wake up. Jack's just kind of rushing you like, we need to go! Or wake up or something like that.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore.
Can I use my action?
I don't want to wait.
Oh, that was my action, actually.
To be over.
Yep, the med kit was your action.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, can I use my bonus action to pick him up? That's probably not.
I'll allow it, yeah. I'll allow the bonus action in the circumstance to have picked him up.
Okay.
He is not heavy.
He's small kobold.
Yeah,
Small
I'm like
Small kobold.
smelling salts. Like, come on, get up.
And
Kid, we need you in this fight.
takes
Carry me
us.
like a baby.
Give me a compliment. Make me do good.
I need the affirmation.
Tell me you're proud.
From there, it is the Dreadnought's turn.
Nah.
He's still in this?
Not.
Yeah, he's still in this.
I thought he died.
I thought he left.
Yeah, I thought that.
You took 6 points of damage.
I thought that
y'all.
arcane bolt was
No.
strong.
He locks eyes with you, Leon, furls his wings, and goes into a straight diving drop, going to slash his scimitars at you. This does activate your held action. So you essentially two are swinging at each other at the same time right now.
That's so sick.
Rolled ahead. Yeah.
Straight clashing.
All right, before I roll, I want to give a shout out to Sunspell Dice.
Yeah.
They were awesome with what I wanted. I was going for an ore of what I mine in my volcano, so
Nice.
they are awesome.
not quite high
Shout them out. A little short, but I'll show you guys later. I'll show you after.
Those are gorgeous.
Check the socials.
So I roll 20.
D20, yep.
Alrighty.
You're gonna add
Roll
your
ahead.
dex plus your proficiency.
Okay, that's
Are you going to do this recklessly, or are you going to do this regular?
probably just regular. And you said it was proficiency bonus plus dex?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so 21.
21 hits, and you literally, pun intended, ring his bell so bad connecting with his skull. His first attack was a natural 2. So go ahead and give me that d12 damage plus your dex modifier, plus your
Plus rage, so it's plus 5, yeah.
There you go.
Alrighty.
I'm so glad you're back.
11.
11
Yeah.
points of damage.
Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah.
that literally throws off his
That's a little
entire
bit.
night.
That's a lot on the die.
Oh, no, it was a 6 on that.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what's your mood?
Sorry, I got excited.
Okay.
But did you add your dex modifier? You said
Yeah.
it's plus
Yeah.
5.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, plus 5.
6 plus
included.
5
Got
equals
it, got it,
11.
got it,
So
got it.
you hear the legitimate sickening crack as the emerald-like bludgeoning part of this large great war pick cracks into the side of his head. His body is still in motion to continue his turn of attacking. I will allow, just because of like the disparity of that moment, I'll allow this attack in particular to be at disadvantage. So he's going to swing on you again. 16 to hit.
No.
Misses your AC, so just kind of slices over. You just hear a screeching sound as the sword essentially sharpens itself across the gemstones, like on your
hard.
body. And in a roar, he just kind of like throws the scimitars down on the ground and does like a front flip, and he's trying to club you in the head with his own tail. 12 to hit, misses, I'm assuming. Yep. So
That missed me.
Could I add a potential flavor?
sure. What is it?
I was thinking maybe I stick my head in the way of the club, but the small gem on my head.
I will allow that just because that is juicy. So he flips, and the centrifugal force of this flip, like, creating a lot more inertia on his club-like tail. The barbs just slam into your head, and he like laughs a little bit, like, and then looks over, and it's just like resting on your skull, like not even.
Bounces back.
Just metal music playing.
Is he now on the ground?
He is on the ground.
He's on the
Like,
ground now.
There's Saving Private Ryan happening over here. And then just like a full-blown anime.
That's not even my full power. It's not even his final form.
Okay,
That's always
so
getting busy.
that
Why are we dying
is
for you?
going to be his turn. Sylra. In this moment where this mimic barrel is just kind of pushing itself up against the door, you're holding it. It's not too hard to keep it out of here, But you turn and you look, and you realize that, especially with this mimic barrel here, if you want to get out of here with a good score, you need to be uninterrupted. Like you know that these crates would be heavy just because of the amount of coin in them.
Okay.
So that is your current initial thought. What are you doing here in this vault?
You got Mission Impossible over here.
Okay, so right now I have to keep the door shut to keep the mimic out.
Theoretically, yes. You technically, so to be a little bit more clear, you get the sense that if you had stayed stealthy from the mimic, you could have grabbed a box of coins and quietly left. But now you know it's going to be nearly impossible to do with that mimic there.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Here is my plan. I'm thinking that I may not be able to get out of here safely with this mimic. So I think I'm going to maybe jump up on top of the crates, and I'm going to use my magic cloak to camouflage myself and then let it into the room. And then I'm going to try to jump out and lock it in the vault.
You're like mimicking a mimic.
Okay. You definitely have the action economy to make this happen. So first, give me that stealth check at advantage.
Don't say
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh! Every turn.
Oh my god!
That's
all
her
she
third one.
rolls. That's all she rolls.
You essentially flip this elven cloak around you, and you're blending in with a tapestry that was hung about the wall. The door bursts open, like the tongue just lashing through the air. You just see it kind of rotating as two yellowy and pinkish eyes are looking out from inside the barrel and looking around. It's going to try to find you, but unless it rolls a natural 20, which it does not, just kind of hops around a little bit.
I just picture it going, huh?
Yeah.
Scratching its head with his tongue.
Yeah, it's the Metal Gear Solid like question mark, like
Must have been the wind.
you successfully have lured it into this space.
Okay.
Your action has been consumed. You still have movement speed and bonus action. What are you doing?
Okay. I will...
Can someone move their gizzies if there's room in that room?
There's not room.
There's not.
It's theater of the mind for that room.
Yeah,
Also,
for
you
sure.
wouldn't be able to see anything anyways.
That's fair. The room in the room? There's not room in the room?
There, I made room in the room.
Now there's room in the room.
take the
She's
door
on
away.
top of those, actually.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ooh.
Just put on
So
the
I will
And
use
then
my
it's okay.
cunning action, my bonus action, to make a dash out
Okay.
of the room.
Can't see any of this.
Dashing past him, he is going to see you running by in the last split second. So he is going to try to grapple you as an attack of opportunity. Well, you can't grapple as an attack of opportunity. So he's going to try to just attack you with his tongue as an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
19 hit your AC.
It does.
Okay. Now I need you to make me an athletics check as the tongue hits you. You take.
Athletics?
This is a grapple, so you can use your acrobatics.
I think you said he couldn't grapple.
It can grapple. It was having a hard time because it's full, but it still can.
But you just said it couldn't grapple with an attack of opportunity.
Or
Hold on, let me just look at the stat block real quick. Give me just a second.
I think it's like whenever it makes an attack, it can choose
The
to.
nature of its tongue.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good.
And also, didn't you say it has
Yeah,
disadvantage
yeah,
on
it
those
does say
checks
that.
because
He
it's
just
full?
said-
I did say that. Hold on just a second.
It can't make just the grapple action, but since it's a mimic, if it hits you, with an
Its
attack,
tongue is adhesive.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
how it
It's
works.
like a sticky hand.
Works
Yes,
like
exactly.
a grapple, but is not the grapple.
You all can't make
action.
out my face. It's very suspicious.
It's God's choice.
It is
However,
a disadvantage.
Spencer did remind me he is a full boy right now, so this attack originally needed to have been a disadvantage. With an 11 to hit.
Yeah.
I got a 19 on my acrobatics check.
Okay, so cool flippy motion, just swirling through the air, Matrix style, as this tongue like lashes out trying to
Kicks
get
the
you.
tongue.
And you land on the other side of the door. Are you still dashing away?
Yes.
Okay. Taking the rest of your movement speed, you can make it out into this hallway.
Okay.
Laser pointer.
Yes, sorry, I keep forgetting that. She can make it about right there.
Oh, wow.
You turn and you look and you see Roscoe just
Traverse.
kind of going ham, slamming his fists into this creature around the corner.
Okay.
But that is your action economy.
Okay.
60.
60 will get you a little bit further, actually. There you go.
Sweet.
Look at that hallway.
Do I
over
see
there.
this rabbit run up behind me?
You're
Probably not.
in fully engaged in melee combat. I would say no, not
And
this
I'm
moment.
drunk.
And you're also a little bit drunk, yes.
So normal.
No.
Okay, so Sylra, that was your turn. It is now the grafted guy's turn, who takes half his movement speed to stand up. He's pretty confused. Didn't see Salvo go get up from that area and hasn't heard from Salvo since. And his passive perception leads him to look at JJ. He starts moving over in that direction. Unfortunately, he does not, I say unfortunately, he does not get into range to attack you.
Fortunately for him.
So he's going to take his attack, or his action, to dash to get into your melee range. And that is his turn. Okay, so that's going to be Salvo. You're up.
Alrighty.
Leon, you're after.
I see that dude's running over JJ, and I'm like, no, you do not do that.
Got you covered.
Yeah, I have your back, and I will continue to do that.
Little help!
Yeah. How far are they from each other? The caster and the ogre dude?
Probably about 20 feet, looks like.
Closer to, somewhere between 20 and 30, but
Yeah.
not more than 30 is the point.
Sure.
How messed up does the grafted dude look?
Not very.
Not he.
Oh wait, so you took a bigger hit.
He looks hurt.
Sure, I mean,
He looks
I've
like
hit him a
he's
few
hurting.
times now.
He looks like he's
That's
hurting.
all I've been doing is hitting him.
I will say over the table, just because this is kind of a dire combat situation, he looks roughly half.
Sure, that seems like roughly half. That
Yeah.
sounds about right. Okay, well then I'm going to be like, well, when in doubt, Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna Chaos Bolt at that dude.
Hit. Yes.
As a 20-something.
Definitely
20,
hits.
23.
100% hits.
Okay.
Hits chaotically even.
All right.
Yeah.
Double numbers. Double
Double
numbers.
Double numbers.
Double numbers.
That's what I'm looking for, baby. Come on, give me those doubles. Damn.
Ah.
No, okay, but that's fine.
What
Still,
flavor of the day?
Yeah, that's picking the damage type.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, let's go with that. He's gonna take 14 psychic damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Gnarly.
Is he vulnerable?
No.
I assumed
Extra
you wouldn't have
stupid.
resistant, hopefully.
No.
And then
Not a lot of things have resistance to psychic damage.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go with cannon.
Cannon.
Got him.
Roll to hit. Roll.
Always cannon.
Always be cannon.
Natural 20.
Let's go. Yeah! Oh my God.
Dude, Cannon is the real MVP of this
Yeah,
podcast.
this
Sorry,
cannon's
Leon.
gnarly.
Sweet.
All right, what's the damage?
Dice twice, right?
Yeah, double dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good. 9.
9 points of damage?
Yeah.
You do dice twice and pick the best, right? Is that
No,
No.
dice twice and you get all of them.
Yes.
Then that's not. Then you didn't add those.
5 plus 4.
I thought that was an 8 and a 1 at the first two.
That was a 3 and a 1.
Picked it up too fast.
Okay, so with 9 points of damage, between
Force,
the-
and he's pushed back 5 feet.
between the psychic damage just kind of splitting into his ears, and then he just gets buffeted backwards. I'm going to give him a dex save to not go prone again, and he goes prone. And takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage,
Hitting his
Giving
head
this
on
guy
the
a
wood.
lot of
hitting his head
bruises.
on the logs and just kind of falling over. You can tell that he's still alive. He's just like kind of grabbing at anything that's nearby to him, but he's like very weakly getting up. He looks very hurt.
He has a big bump on his head.
He's
Did
got
you
a
take
big.
damage from that big bump on his
Yes,
head?
he did take damage from the big bump on his
Nice.
head.
She
Okay,
got a bump
Hey.
on the bump.
Salvo, movement
The bigger
speed.
they are, the harder they fall.
I'm good.
Leon, you're up with Xeris on deck.
So I chuckle a little bit and I say, "Thanks, Smargard. I wasn't late to the party." And then
The tree?
I totally forgot about that other thief, so I'm just gonna say that as you were running in, Leon, he was running out.
okay.
The one that didn't fall asleep.
He noped.
He definitely got out of there. He's basically at the door right now.
He hid behind that pillar while you ran by.
I was just like, oh god, there's more.
The one with the pony hat.
So I don't want to hurt Xeris, but I kind of want to.
Heard Xeris?
Oh, actually, never mind.
We've all been there.
I'm going to try and grapple him.
Okay.
Or at least grab him and attempt to head and arm him over me. So,
If you make the grapple, that's possible.
Suplex. I believe that's a suplex. Yes.
You need to give me...
suplex is you get
Over your
underneath
back.
and you go over the back. Head and arm is like over the shoulder.
Yep. So, here's the deal.
Don't question the
he's a
barbarian.
heavy dude. This is going to be a contested grapple check. So he's going to use, I mean, obviously, for him in this circumstance, it's going to be his athletics. If you get high enough over him, I'll allow this displacement of his position.
Is it too late for me to take back what I'm doing, or is it already locked?
No.
No,
you're
no,
good.
no. What do you want to do?
You haven't
Vince?
rolled anything.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of one of his wings, hopefully. So
Okay.
I want to
Round
swing my pick. Are his wings expanded or are they contracted?
They're kind of held in together because of the tight space in the wall, but they're not like
Hidden.
They're exposed, is what I'm saying.
So I swing over the top with my pick and aim at his
Yeah,
wing.
just hooking it over into his shoulder to try to get under his like scapula.
Yeah, because I want to basically pierce and rip his
Webbing?
skin, webbing,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Are you taking this attack recklessly?
No.
What? Okay. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Barbarian thing.
I mean, I got that much.
It's like harder but more damage.
You get advantage, but enemies also get advantage against you.
Correct. What'd you get?
So you're being
Natural 20.
I'm loving this.
man.
That's the sunspell dice right there.
Okay.
Spell dice. The dice for you.
All right. So that is going to be 2d12 plus 5.
Fighting a big dragon boy? Sunspell dice.
So it's
sorry.
2d6.
4d6 plus 5.
Whoa.
Sorry, you were using
So that's
the pick
51.
side.
Yeah.
No.
Alrighty.
46.
No.
To settle the argument.
You just see the look of pure joy on
Here,
my
roll
face
my-
during this
Yeah, I
whole
have-
thing.
I have a
Depending
lot.
on how much damage you do,
Oh, that's not great.
20.
all right, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. And this is super over the table talk. He had 40 hit points left. And in my mind, I had already decided if you do at least 20 points of damage, you will, in fact, swing your pick over his shoulder and just stab it into him and wrench the pick back. And you just uncap his scapula from his back, and his wing just dangles off onto the side of him. And he just roars out in pain. He's probably not going to be flying anytime soon.
Oh man.
No fly zone.
I feel like that scream made the whole warehouse shake.
Yes.
You've been grounded.
Go to your room.
I'm trying to enjoy this.
Okay, so do you have a bonus action that you want to use right now?
As a barbarian, I can't attack as a bonus action, right?
No. Unless you had 2 different weapons in each hand, but you don't.
Okay. And I can't grapple. So really, he's blocking my way, right? Yeah, just taunt him telepathically. Just come on, Twinkle Toes. I thought you'd be tougher than this.
He just seething in rage looks at you. Okay, so Leon, if that was your turn,
Yep.
Xeris, you're up. With the mage on deck, the mage and the Drake Hound on deck after that.
So I ripped the harpoon, or what was it?
Javelin.
Javelin, out of my leg And it's very inefficient, but I want to do it for the juicy.
Yes.
I'm going to take this and I want to throw it into the exposed wound now on this thing's back.
All right. A lot of crazy cool things could happen with this, so just bear with me for a second. You are not proficient in throwing javelins, and you are within melee range of him.
Well, is it considered light?
The weapon?
Yeah, a javelin.
Let's look that up.
Here,
It's a melee weapon. I feel like
I could
it
pull it
would
up.
be. It's like
Also,
wood.
do you have any
I got
blood
it.
diseases?
I'm sorry?
I mean, that's a little personal, but yeah, do you have like, Hep 5 or Hep 3 or...
It is not. It's ranged and thrown.
Those exist in
It's
the
a
D&D universe.
simple,
I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
simple melee weapon. Let me see if I am proficient.
Wound to wound.
I am not. That is correct. Not
So this is going to be your dex modifier,
okay.
and because... Are you just trying to stab him, or are you trying
I
to
was
throw
gonna
him?
do that, but that's strength, so that's why I'm doing the throw.
Okay, so here's the thing. The strength will not be at disadvantage because you're trying to do a melee attack. If you're trying to throw it,
It'd actually
it's
be
a thrown at melee range, it would be at disadvantage.
Okay. Well then, let's go with my -2 strength.
Okay.
Let's see what
You
happens.
got this. Blessed die.
I
Also,
know.
you have the other
That's.
blessed
I
die.
think.
Dude.
I think. Well,
What
do
is
I
it?
do I have to know the result before using Bardic?
Bardic Inspiration has to be before the result, but
So-
after the dice roll.
Okay, I gotta use it. It's 15 right now. Oh, 21.
His AC was 16.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
You successfully, Xeris just rips. Roscoe, this is probably the most badass you've ever seen Xeris.
Yeah.
I'm,
Rips
like,
this
cut up,
javelin out of,
bloody.
out of this leg, like blood spurts off onto the wall, and he two-hand turns around, just stabs it into this punctured, serrated, dangling scapula of this dragon creature's wing. Roll your damage. I'm considering this a critical right now, just because.
Ooh.
Just because
Nice.
the mage just did a melee attack.
Yeah, I did do that.
Roscoe yells
What do
out
I
like
roll
this-
for damage for the javelin?
It's 1d6 plus your strength score, so -2.
But it's critical, so 2d6.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so 4.
4 points of damage.
It's still flavorful.
Crit the shit out of that dude.
He's
I hope
looking
that was inspiring.
really messed up with that, with the wing just kind of dangling off on the side and this javelin sticking out from that puncture. Like, he turns his head in only annoyance and then turns his head back towards Leon.
See a look of pure proudness from me.
I imagine just Drax just like, ha ha!
Yeah, exactly.
And, yeah, then I'm going to kind of leverage my...
Stab somebody.
I did
else.
do that.
Wizard.
Can I get in between the two enemies?
Without disengaging from either.
Yeah, still in
I would say.
melee range of both of them. His tail is in the way, but I think that's just, I don't know.
What are you trying to do?
Get in between both of them.
So you want to get right and directly in between?
Right in between them.
Yeah, you just duck under his tail and you do that.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think I could. Actually, yes. No.
Okay.
I'll save that one.
Okay. All right.
Enough juice for one turn.
Gotcha. So it is the mage and the hound's turn. The mage goes first and kind of claps two hands together and pushes them out in front of him, and this yellow miasmic fog begins to stir around you and Fauner, Jack and Fauner. Let me just pull up that spell real quick. In a 20-foot radius sphere. Wow, that is massive. He's going to back up real quick, actually. He's going to back up to where like this dead body is right here.
It's a
just so
third
he's
of that.
not in it. Centered on Jack and Fauner, he's casting Stinking Cloud.
Well, that'll hit the dude that's down, though.
He doesn't care.
Let it rip.
Yeah, he's literally
Cast
letting it
Stinking
rip.
Cloud. Okay.
Is this fart sphere?
Yeah. It is.
I need the two of you,
This is a serious game.
Thalner and JJ, to give me Constitution saving.
For fart.
It stank.
Roll for fart.
That stank.
It's real stanky.
And Mr. Giant Ogre, who
Okay.
keeps getting hit and falling over, makes that save too, right?
It was silent, but deadly.
Did you just do that?
Yeah, just do that.
What did you just do?
Farted.
20.
Oh!
Alright, me too. Let's go.
That's a con save.
Nope.
So.
No.
6.
6 fails, natural 20 passes.
424.
You are going to spend your next turn retching.
I just got my turn back.
I know. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah, you could do something with it now.
Is that a concentration spell?
My whole turn or my action?
You must spend your action
Okay.
retching. Spends its action that turn retching while you're within that space.
So I
While
can still
you are
move
within-
and bonus action.
Yes. Yes.
Is that dude concentrating on that?
He is concentrating on that.
Can we get a...
Yep.
Because when I see that ring, I know who to kill.
At
We
least,
got this down now.
Condition rings
Clinton and I.
everywhere.
at least the
Yeah.
audience knows
My favorite
that
part of the game.
Michael does
It's
not
safe.
play favorites for the fiance.
Doesn't help me here.
Hey, you were down in it before almost anyone else was. I'm sorry.
You're in the stink.
It was... Okay. I'm just playing them how that they would play themselves, okay?
That's what their character.
That's what they're
Let's go
do.
pass out from puns this game.
I know, right? Okay, so that was the mage's turn. It is the hound's turn. Actually, real quick, let me do a con save for the guy who's on the ground.
It's abundantly clear.
With a 6 on the die,
Now Clint's just drinking.
you basically just
He's gonna
hear
drink
him
that.
kind of scraping the ground and going, also throwing up. So his
He's not having a good day.
I almost feel bad.
his
He's on
action
his
will be
back. If he throws up on his back, he could choke to death.
You're not wrong, but
John Bonham.
that's if he's unconscious, which he's not. So the hound, who is not the most intelligent creature, is now dashing into the stinking cloud. Was going to try to attack Jack, but let's see
now
if
we'll
it
throw
passes
up.
its con save. The DC is 12. It got a 12 on the die. So it passes its con save. And
I was like, love fart clouds.
okay.
That makes sense.
So if he lingers in that stinking cloud for the next turn, he'll have to continue. But for now, he's going to bite at you again. What's up?
How long does the stinking cloud last?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He's going to attack you. Natural 1.
Let's go.
Bites its own tail.
There is not an ally within 5 feet of you, so it does not get its pack tactics. Okay. So its attack misses you, Jack. With that being said, it is going to go back to the giant creature. Stands up from prone, backs up towards those rocks over there, trying to get out of the stinking cloud, and spends its action just retching and vomiting and not having a good day at all.
That sounds like a lot of vomit.
Roscoe, you're up. Downer, you're up next.
Just to be 100%, my dart does count as a monk weapon.
Yes.
All right. So this guy's got concentration, which I believe if I hit him, it breaks his concentration.
You've seen casters casting spells before.
So
you know
although
how
I'm
to
still
interrupt.
staying engaged with this guy, I'm going to throw a dart at him.
Okay, roll a hit. He doesn't have a crazy AC.
Yeah, those soft casters.
Yeah.
Melee range start?
He's not in melee range.
Oh.
He's got 5 foot of space.
That's a 14.
14 hits.
Nice.
Dart damage.
Minimum, that's 5 dart damage.
Okay, so his DC for the con save is 10. Let me just make sure. Really? His con save is +0. 15 on the die. He's still concentrating on it.
But you heard him.
Yeah, so 5 damage to him. I'm then going to
That one. Gotcha.
do my unarmed strike on Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing, man, boy.
Going
that
for the
flanking?
knee.
Yes, that's flanking.
Good.
You had moved there with that intent. I remember that.
That's
Oh,
what, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
on Swamp Thing, okay.
Yeah.
Was it?
Punch him.
Do darts get?
Darts do not.
Yeah, like-
And you darted the other one, I think.
Yeah, you darted the
Yeah,
mage.
his back's to me.
You're punching
Oh, not that kind of fun.
the other guy. This is at advantage.
Flanking is when,
Pincer.
yeah. When Spencer's pincer.
Natural 20.
You guys literally don't roll anything else.
I do.
Spencer's like,
This receiver.
oh yeah, the squishy's rolling.
So we're
back
going with
today.
double die,
Yep.
but only 1 plus.
Yes.
This was your bonus action unarmed strike. Oh, that's a monk weapon. Yeah, you're fine.
Squish boys.
Nice.
Max. Max. That's
Whoa.
Max crit.
12 damage.
Please describe the fate of this creature, Roscoe.
First one of the combat.
No,
All right. So
Roscoe's gotten 2 now.
I mean, the quote though.
Oh yeah.
if I'm doing
forgot
this
about
well,
the other ones.
I'm gonna kind of Muay Thai, like run up him, like jump off his knee, jump up high, and just elbow at the top of the skull.
And you see the light leave his eyes as he falls forward, dead on the ground. He did.
Oh. Oh.
All right, Roscoe.
Second series.
All right.
Movement
so
speed.
movement speed. Yep. I'm also going to use another key point.
Okay. What is happening?
I'm going to activate Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
I'm going to run up behind this guy and
Just 1 inch punch this guy.
just hit him like right in the lower spine.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
The stack attack.
Oh yes.
Aww.
14.
AC is 13. You had a 14.
Yeah.
You're totally fine. You hit him. I'll go ahead and do his con save now.
Min damage again, another 5 points.
5 points of damage against the mage. He's still looking okay.
How many key you got left?
He's still looking okay.
No more
and
fart?
Is it 111?
he has a +0. Stinking cloud dissipates.
Yeah!
Yes.
No more farts.
So
Fort Spirit
it is not technically how this spell works, but Thalner, I will say that in the advent that the stinking cloud is now dissipating, you are going to spend a little bit of your turn coughing, and I'm just going to deem it as you are at half movement
Half
speed,
movement? Okay.
but you still have your action because you are up after Roscoe. And you just punch him square in the back, and he just completely loses concentration while this yellow smoke dissipates. What are you doing, Thalner?
Well, I hadn't really thought about it. 'Cause I mean, first of all, and then I kind of.
Oh, don't get me started. I'll get. Oh.
Savo's up there like. I clap JJ kind of on like the shoulder, elbow, just like, thank you for saving my life, and I give you bardic inspiration. Here,
Get out of here.
you can have that.
Let's go.
It went that way.
Right here. Yep.
Sorry. And then. Looking up over JJ's shoulder, I see that this Gigantor is still fumbling about.
You see that, and you also see the hound that has literally got his teeth sunk into JJ's
Yes.
leg.
This guy that's lumbering about, I'm going to psychically whisper into his mind, allow me to put you out of your misery. And cast Dissonant Whispers.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
He's not a
I
wise
was about to say,
monstrosity.
he seems pretty wise.
I know.
He's not a wise monstrosity.
The one who's like, that man shoot
I don't
me.
need to know your spell save DC. He got a 5 on the dice.
Cool.
So
that's
he
gonna
fails.
be 3d6.
Go ahead and deal that damage.
That's just brutal compared to a lot of them. Most of us have to like crit or something to get that. That's
Spell slots.
Spell slots.
Spell
Yeah,
slots.
I can only do this for so
limited.
long. Ooh. That's 12 points of damage.
We also
Now-
don't get the plus.
Please describe the fate of this creature that had dashed you up against the side of this.
Who's also poisoned.
So, yeah.
poison, retching, psychic damage incoming.
He's fallen like
Fumbling about.
3 times.
Yeah, he's falling a whole lot.
He has a bump on a bump on a bump.
And I kind of look over JJ's shoulder as I'm like, thank you for saving my life, and see that he's still just like, in the corner. And I'm just, let me put you out of your misery. And send that psychic pulse through his brain. He just kind of like he literally got bonked on the head one more time, but from inside his
an
skull,
aneurysm, basically.
and just slowly tumbles backwards into a pile of crates and
Exactly like that.
and actually kind of slips on his barf on the way down.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
All right. So, movement speed. You still have half
Half
of your
of it.
movement speed.
I do want to get away from that hound because that thing knocked me down before. So now I also kind of notice it on the other side of JJ, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, and run away.
You guys need longer arms.
That's about right there. Right? Yeah, right about there. Okay. I'm just kind of dashing around the other side of this fire pit.
Just fall.
Dashing through the foes.
JJ, it is now your turn.
So many, and they're so good, and I hate you.
I kind of like instinctively check my gun for bullets, but they're all still there somehow magically.
They're not there.
They're not there.
But you know that that's okay.
They're like little glowing cartridges.
I'm out of bullets. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
I was gonna leave up those barrels, but I don't want this dog to come up behind Thalner. So I'm just going to
Later level.
do a little shoot, little bang.
Shooting the Drake
Creature.
Hound.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's attack miss on me last time, right?
Yeah.
You are. It's in melee range on you, so this is at disadvantage.
Even with like a pistol? Is that a close?
Yes.
Yeah.
Range
Unfortunately, that's just the mechanics
Range,
of the game.
range weapons.
Without range spell attacks, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, in this case, I'll try to draw my gun, and it's just kind of like I'm trying to like wrestle it off of me,
Okay.
and then I'll use my bayonet instead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a gun knife.
Please tell me there's a bayonet hooked to your pistol.
No, it's just
Damn it.
That'd be
on
cool.
my boot.
On your boot?
Boot?
Okay,
Yeah,
all
onto
right.
that 20.
That 20 for boot bayonet.
Guys, this was supposed to be a deadly encounter.
It was last episode.
Yeah, what
we
the
were
heck,
worried.
guys?
All
Okay.
these weighted dice, I just gotta say, great investment.
That is a dagger in mechanics. So go
Yeah.
ahead and deal your damage with it.
Double damage dice.
2d4 though.
2d4 plus your
Yeah.
dex.
It's a reflavored bayonet. It's a short sword, essentially.
Yeah. Well,
We can do-
it's a
we can do-
boot knife. We're not gonna say it's a short sword. If you had like a rifle bayonet,
I see.
yeah.
Okay, so D4.
Yep.
2.
Where is it? This one. That is 2 plus 4 plus 5 is 11.
Just barely hanging on. Just kind of reach over as you're fighting off this creature still trying to bite into you. Pull this knife out of your boot and just stab it in between some scales in its neck, and it just shrieks a little bit and doesn't stop and continues snapping its jaws at you.
I thought that was a Wild Wild West style where he like hits the heel and it pops out of the toe.
That's what I was imagining.
He'll have to ask Salvo to make that for him later.
Do you want that?
It's like
Spring-loaded heel.
it's like strapped to my calf. It's not
Yeah.
like straight up boot knife. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
For later.
So, are you going to take movement speed, or are you just going to kind of post up right here with this creature?
I would have moved behind Thalner, but I would have taken an opportunity attack, and it functionally does the same thing. So I'm just going to keep this thing away from everyone else.
Just kind of getting in the way of it between you and Thalner?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right,
Dog
so
wrestling.
real quick, the Dreadnought surrounded and completely infuriated with Leon.
And Xeris.
Not looking great. Not as upset with Xeris, but the draconic pride of this creature has been wounded, and his thought process is, if I die here, I'm going to try to take this person out as well. So
Hell
he
yeah.
reaches over his shoulder and rips the rest of his wing off and goes to smack it against you like a flail.
I respect that so much.
He just like takes it. I voluntarily failed this attack roll.
He done fucked it up.
He got a 7 to hit.
Is
No,
that your AC?
And he just,
is that my AC?
it just smacks against your chest, but it was the leathery flaps of the wing.
And you just nod.
He just like pulls it back and then just tries to slam it on top of your head this time. Why?
He just slapping you with the wing.
I got a 2
that's
and
a
then a
breeze.
3. Somebody give me.
There's
No.
there's
No.
20s on there somewhere.
Give him dice.
He missed. He got an 8. Shut up.
Wait, what'd you
Just
say?
deeply
There's 20s
chuckling.
on
And
there
he's just going to spin around and try to
He can teach
smack you in the face with his club tail for a natural 20.
Oh!
Thanks,
You did.
Darn it.
See what you did, Clint?
Thanks, Clint.
Yes, I made it interesting. You're welcome.
I am resistant to whatever he's going to.
It's going to be bludgeoning damage. I need you to give me a strength saving throw. You're raging, so it's at advantage, please. And for damage,
+4 for you.
15 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 7.
You said I'm at disadvantage?
Advantage.
At advantage?
Oh,
Oh,
do you count that or not?
That's fine.
was that fine?
That's fine. You're not used to this setup for your volcano. It's
Okay.
fine.
22.
Okay. You just get smacked across the face with this tail for 7 points of bludgeoning damage. A little bit of blood is drawn, but your body hasn't moved an inch. And you just look straight back at him, and he's starting to. You see a little bit of fear in the beady black eyes that he has.
Can you explain to me how the resistance works? Was that for the resistance?
He halved the damage for you.
So you would have taken 15 points of bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
You take half.
Because of that roll?
Because you rage.
because
you're
you're
raging.
raging.
Oh, because I'm
Yep,
raging.
because you are a Emerald Dragon Totem Barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bear totem barbarian, just flavored in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
You're resistant to all damage.
Okay. What was the strength saving throw for?
That was for getting knocked prone.
Legit.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because
answers
bear totem
my
barbarians
question.
have a resistance to everything except for psychic, and his race is Dragonborn.
Gemstone.
Emerald Gemstone Dragonborn. So that means he has resistance to psychic damage.
No shit.
When he's raging, he has
Resistance to
resistance to
everything.
all damage.
Loophole.
That's so good.
Just automatic.
Yes.
Piercing,
Automatic.
bludgeoning, thunder.
Magic.
Everything. Everything.
Love it.
Magic,
Buy this
elemental,
guy
all
like
of it.
5
You're
drinks.
a snake in the truest
He's
way.
resistant.
Price 5.
Okay, so while
He
this
takes half
creature,
drinks for that.
he can't fly, he can't really get out of
He can certainly try.
this space. No, he knows he can't. And he's already done all of his attacks. He's going to weakly try to push past you, Leon, but it's easy. You just kind of block the way and push him forward, and he like walks back with his with his
bully.
wing just like dragging in his hand.
There you go.
And you just see for half a second this strange welling of red energy appearing in his solar plexus. And he looks up at you, and his eyes start to glow the same red. And he snarls and laughs one more time. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, that was a later break than usual, but that's totally fine. This is fun. All right, guys, we're going to be back here in about 15 minutes. We're going to grab some snacks, do backflips, talk about how my totally scary combat was not scary at all.
It's a little scary.
Alright, 19 for backflip.
Oh, well, I got to roll a backflip check now. Hold on.
18 for backflip.
Azula, got me an 18! Okay.
I got a 19.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Sorry.
what's happening? And we're
Talk
all
to us in
doing a
stream.
backflip.
We'll see you in a second. And welcome back, everybody, from our break. I hope you guys.
So good.
I'm still here.
Hope you guys had a good time. At the end of that turn, that creature's solar plexus seemed to engulf in a red glowing light, and we are back up to Sylra in initiative.
Real quick, how many of us behind that thing can see the red glowing light? Is it only Leon in front of me?
Roscoe, you can see it. Xeris, you can see it. Leon, you can see it. Sylra, you do see a little bit of a red glow coming from around that corner.
Okay.
Salo, you can also see it. So it's just Thalner and JJ that doesn't see it right now. Oh, I gotta sneeze.
Bless you.
Sorry, listeners, I have sneezings.
As long as you're sorry.
Yeah, better apologize.
I'm gonna apologize so good. Alright. So, Sylra, you rush around this corner after locking this mimic into that vault. As you turn, you see Roscoe essentially just cracking this mage right in the back of the spine, and then a red glowing light appearing around the corner from you. What are you doing right now?
Okay, so I am adjusting my mind. And I'm going to...
That's a free action.
Yes. IRL.
Oh, okay, so when I was going into that room with that mimic, I had kind of prepped a bullet in my revolver.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. When it was approaching you, that would have had your reaction of shooting it with this pistol. Okay. So retroactively, like everything on your turn still happened, but just go ahead and roll the hit for that bullet shot.
Okay.
My apologies for forgetting that.
Ooh.
It's not a nat 20.
I thought that's all she rolled.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay, 10 does not hit the creature's AC, and that was probably part of the reason why it was so angry when approaching you.
Got it.
Okay, but now, fast forward, you are now in this hallway.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Ferris Bueller slide down this hallway.
Okay.
And
free action for style points.
I'm going to sneak attack this guy right over here by Roscoe.
The mage?
Yeah.
Got it. Taking your rapiers both out, you go to do a sneak attack. This is at advantage.
Okay.
Oh, she's doing a stab.
Because he doesn't know you're there,
I'm
essentially.
going to kidney shank him.
Basically gets hit in one kidney and you go to stab the other one.
Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage
Still
on
20.
it.
It's still 20.
Okay.
Still 20.
I love that, by the way, so thank you.
No problem. Her classic hop and sting move.
The hop and sting moves.
2d6s in addition to that damage, right?
Thank you to our
it's a
sponsor,
sneak
Hop and
attack.
Sting.
For the sneak attack, yeah. So it's 2d6, 1d8, your dex modifier.
Got it.
So roll all your die you have there and just count. I have a feeling this caster's gonna get kidney death.
That is 13 damage.
Okay. He had 12 hit points left. Sylra, please describe the fate of this mage.
In my Ferris Bueller slide down the hallway, I'm just gonna shank him with both my...
Slide, knees going forward, rapiers out, and just sliding up into his rib cage. You guys barely hear a sound as she unsheathes them, and he just falls, hitting the wall and then crumpling forward.
Cause of death, kidney failure.
Yes, precisely. He's allergic to being stabbed, apparently.
Life failure.
All right, bonus action. Would you like to do anything on your turn?
Ooh.
You are now looking into this hallway, especially having seen Roscoe there. You look at him, you two just kind of nod at each other, and then you turn, you look, and see that big hulking figure now with only one wing. There's a glowing red energy in the center of his chest, just kind of permeating through the different walls in this hallway.
Okay. Ooh, bonus action.
Are you proficient in defusing bombs?
I don't know about
bombs?
that kind of
I'm
bomb.
just kidding.
I can disarm a trap, but I don't think that counts.
No.
With my bonus action, I don't think there's much I can do here. I guess I could kind of get myself ready to maybe attack this guy on my next...
I would say this, and your character would know this. Having two rapiers, you do have a bonus action attack.
Rapier
Okay.
and short sword, I believe, because rapier is not able to be, unless there's something special about one.
Her rapiers are different.
Okay, cool.
So, with the remainder of your movement speed, you could get up to the Dreadnought if that was what your intention was.
I will go and try to
Join the fray.
stab him as well.
I'm gonna get this dead guy out of here just so that we have room.
It's an advantage because of so
Flanking.
sneak attack as well.
No,
It's
you only
once
sneak
per
attack
turn.
once per round.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Per round.
So let's leave it just like.
So technically, your reaction could be a sneak attack. In
That
circumstance.
is a 21 to hit.
21 hits. Go ahead and do your damage. He's already not
Does
looking
it
good.
not have kidneys? About to find out.
Nice. That is another 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and describe the fate of the dreadnought
The little bunny.
as well.
The larger
Just like-
than you bunny.
Yeah, and just like gone for
Bigger
half
than
the
me?
combat in like a different room. You just came back
Yeah,
and
it's
were
like
like, oh my,
4.5, 5
are we still kill all this?
I think
Oh my
keeping
God.
with the Ferris Bueller theme, should do a little dance over there and just kind of shank him as well.
Okay.
Jump off a trampoline.
As you stab into him and pull the rapier out, you see a spigot of fire erupting from that puncture wound. Sylra, Leon, Xeris, I need you all to give me dexterity saving throws.
Thank God.
If this is a half as much, I'm still screwed. Doesn't
Some
matter.
of us
12.
are carrying flammable liquids.
Well, you're far enough away, apparently.
Yep.
Just barely.
It's the same thing as I'd stack.
That's what I'm scared of.
I could die.
I rolled terrible on damage.
Thank God.
Sacrifice I'm willing to make. 22.
22 passes.
12.
Additionally, Leon, dex saves on things that you can see, you have advantage. But 22 still passes.
Natural 20?
Nah, it's just 22.
Barbarians are sick, man.
Yeah, but put him into a room with a puzzle.
All right, Sylra, what'd you get on your dex save?
That's a 15.
15 passes.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Yep, 15 passes. Xeris?
12.
12 barely fails. Fortunately for you, would you like to peek at my damage dice? I'll
It
allow.
doesn't matter. It's if
It
you
doesn't
roll
matter?
more than one die, I'm out.
Okay. 6 points of fire damage to Xeris, 3 points to Sylra, and Leon, because you passed and you have resistance, you only take 1 point of damage.
I have to think.
Not
like I stabbed this
1.5.
thing and
I'm
then
just
like,
kidding.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just right.
Because it's half round
Yep.
up, half round up, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
2 damage?
It
Yep.
should be 2, actually, yeah.
Half round up, half round out. Yeah, so 2 points of fire damage. Xeris crumples, and this creature literally explodes in a fiery burst. Just sinew and bones flinging through the air. Sylra, you're like the side of your cheek gets scorched a little bit with some burning hair.
I'm just gonna move
but
him because there's too much.
he is dead. That's totally cool there. So I'll go ahead and remove that. I will remove that. Number 2 was
Which one's the dog?
dog creatures on this initiative order.
Tell you what, someone's gonna shoot a dog.
It's a drake
Whoa, we
hound.
want to keep our viewers.
What more specifically is a drake hound? This is a grotesque. It's almost as if someone had spliced bits of draconic flesh with a hound.
All right,
It's
I'm
disgusting.
gonna kill this dog that's had experimentations done on.
Half,
Speaking of-
half dragon things are disgusting,
Resident Evil
Michael.
style.
Hey, you know what? De-inspiration. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Salvo, you're up.
Dark, and yes, I will absolutely cannon the shit out of that. Cannon with 2 ends, mind you.
Not with one end.
Yeah.
Yes, it is not saying Edward.
So cannon with 2 ends. I'm gonna open with the cannon this time rather than my firebolt.
Okay.
On the
Who's left?
the hound.
Just the
against
hound.
Oh.
JJ. Just to see. Solid.
Hits.
Solid. It does.
I'd imagine.
It's a 27.
And it doesn't make a save, it just gets pushed back.
Yep, and the damage.
That's crazy. How much damage?
The damage is doodly doodly doo. Woo! Damn! Right off a max. 15.
Salvo, please describe the fate of this drake hound.
Well, after the cannon's been used multiple times on the large dude who vomiting, I was like, Cannon, you got this. So Cannon A, fire upon dog. It hits the dog, and the force, because I'm at an upward angle and it's a bit smaller, the force actually just pushes it into the ground rather than backwards. So it kind of, you see this The impact point is kind of like about half of the size of its body, about a foot across.
Mm-hmm.
That part goes down flat. The rest of it stays up.
Crunch.
Just to be clear, so think of it like a hole punch.
Yeah.
But on it into the
And
ground.
As that
Evil
creature
dragon dog.
dies, you guys are out of initiative order.
And I'm out of consciousness.
I'm sprinting.
And
over here.
Xeris is down. So you sprint back over here?
I'm running.
Okay. You can make it to Xeris, but before that happens, Xeris, please give me one death saving throw.
Yeah, and there is someone asleep over here. Yep.
Yep, and he's...
Nat 20 on the death save.
You pop up with 1 hit point, actually.
Really?
Yeah, nat 20, you pop up with 1 hit point. You
Okay.
get blasted.
Saves?
No, nat 20s.
Typically it's 2.
Rules is written. Nat 20s on a death save means you pop up with 1 hit point and you still get the rest of your action. So, like, let's say that Founder, when you were unconscious on your turn,
I'll
if
take
you,
Scales of Fate rules. Screw
if
it.
you had rolled a
Yeah.
nat 20, you would pop up with 1 hit point left.
That's rules as written.
That is
do not
rules
argue.
as written D&D 5e, everybody.
I don't.
Nice.
Not even open the book.
Used
So-
under the fan protection content policy.
Yes, as
Yeah.
you can see in
It,
our...
it is rules as written.
Really?
Yes.
I could have sworn it was 2 saves.
I thought it was 2. It was a 1, just 2.
Nat 1 is 2 fails.
Oh!
Death saves are
regain
intrinsically in the
one
favor
hit.
of
Nice,
players.
That
It
is
was
true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Wow.
That's why a 10 works.
Yeah.
It slightly favors you.
Yeah, and that's usually our conversation of it's in the favor of you coming back up.
Well, I will take that.
So you pop up and you're just like kind of bleeding out on the ground as Jack rushes over to you. Jack, you're like cradling his head, trying to check his wounds. He's
I definitely don't
conscious, though.
pop back up. My
Yeah.
eyes are just like.
Did we get it?
Oh, thank God he's still alive. I guess
You guys hear off in the distance of this warehouse a banging sound on metal.
What the?
What is that?
What is that?
And you had also heard a gunshot not coming from JJ's location.
What was that?
It's just a mimic
Did you come over
stuck
here?
in a closet.
No, I'm still up here. I
I
can hear you.
love closets. That's terrifying. Where?
What?
Where is this closet?
It is in the other room, and I was just looking for some things and came across a rather scary mimic.
Well, I'm
kind
still
of
raring to
things?
go, so
What kind of things?
Y'all want to fight?
Yeah, we need to clear out.
What was that, Xeris?
Thane.
Leon,
Thane?
you hear
Thane
a
is
stirring
Thane.
behind you as Xeris says Thane and points, and you turn and look, and there's a tabaxi on the ground just kind of like,
Sleeping.
starting to wake up. The spell lasts a minute, buddy.
Should I kill this man?
Obtain, restrain.
What the hell? And he
Obtain
starts
and
to get up
restrain.
to try to run away.
Obtain and restrain.
I
Alive.
psychically breath attack him with the intent of
Non-lethal?
non-lethal.
those are
Okay,
some
so he
awesome
has to make
words
a-
that you just put together psychically breath.
He makes a wisdom saving throw, if I'm correct. Go ahead and pull it up.
I didn't know that was.
As a dragonborn, I have a breath attack, and because I'm emerald, I use psychic.
And that's why Emerald Dragonborns are
Each creature
resistant to
must make
psychic.
a dex save.
Dex save.
DC 15.
So like fire just erupts inside of his mind.
With a natural 2 on the dice, he fails.
Awesome. All right, so then I do a 1d10.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh wait.
It's an 8, and do I add an just flat?
Nope, should just be the 8.
So it's 8.
You just hear him go, ah! And he just continues to stand up and starts booking it down the hallway.
I chase after him.
Okay, I will tell you this. Even with a dash action,
I'm not gonna catch him.
because he has a bonus action dash, you essentially chase after him, and by the time you get to the door, you see that he's already booked it down the road.
He had to use half of his movement speed to get up.
Also,
Okay.
also, if he was asleep for a minute and like 3 rounds have gone by, he still should.
Roughly, plenty
like-
of what I'm saying is plenty of time has passed. He's no longer asleep.
Okay.
And
Well, can I cast magic missiles?
as he's running away,
Yeah.
Sure.
Non-lethal magic
Okay.
missiles?
Just
of course.
before
Is that a
he,
thing?
you're right.
Yeah.
He gets up. He lost
I
half
did it
his
before.
movement speed. He takes the other half, and in bonus action takes a dash action, which he then could further take an action to dash. So from here, go ahead, magic missile.
It's level 2
Cats
spell
are
slot.
fast, man.
Uh, 10 damage.
Non-lethal.
Yes.
He goes down. Cool. Right before he crests, you can actually pull him back to like just past the second pillar. Here, let me get my laser. Right about there. He gets up, screams from taking that psychic damage, starts running away, and then you just see Xerus not unconscious, like half dead, laying in Jack's arms, put out 2 fingers and just and these missiles just fire off and slam into his back, and he hits the ground.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he's unconscious.
I turn back to the dreadnought.
I mean the bloody pulp that's on the ground?
Yeah, the mangled, and I try to find his foot or hand.
Trophy.
It takes you a few minutes, but you do find a mangled hand.
Okay, I just put the hand in my bag.
All right.
I politely ask Leon, could you help me grab this Thane?
Absolutely.
I have
He says as he goes,
very upset business with this person.
I just fireman carry him onto my shoulders and just kind of look at everyone.
easily done.
Okay. Does anyone have manacles or ropes?
Well, we still got something
Speaking
in the room over there.
I do not want
yeah.
to lose this one.
I understand. I'm going to start sweeping this
Yeah.
area.
Please.
I also hear, I'll go with him. I hear that sound and I go with Jax towards the sound and I pick up my rope from that guy that fell and I now collect my rope back
Sure.
up.
You get your rope back. You and JJ start heading off into that room. Sylra, you see them walking in that direction as well.
Okay.
Thalner and Salvo kind of catch up with everybody like in this hallway.
Question about fairy fire?
Yep.
So something ate something covered in fairy fire.
Fairy fire does not help with full cover. So
Includes
this
stomachs.
this creature inside of said creature would be having full cover
Gotcha, okay.
So he
to cut to
opens
the
his
chase.
mouth and it glows on the inside.
That's what
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
So if its mouth is open, then you have advantage.
Just saying, like,
technicalities.
Did you do anything? Just curious. Because I know you'd come up to me.
I hit the dog once. Are you talking about my? Oh, I'm poisoned, right? Are you talking about that?
I was just you had ran up to me. I was just curious if you did anything.
I kind of saw that you were okay and
Okay, cool.
moved on to the.
You're alive, I'm gonna let you leave.
Okay. So yeah, I hobble my bloody self up and look around.
And you see Thalner kind of also hobbling himself, crossing this corner. The 4 of you just in that hallway. Sylra's there as well, unless you followed them into that other room.
So she's gonna pull a health potion out of her bag and kind of rip the cork off with her mouth and then stick it in Xerus's mouth like a binky and then follow and then follow them into the other room.
Okay, go ahead and roll, Gabby, go ahead and roll 2d4, add 2 to that.
glug glug.
That's 6.
6 points of healing coming back at you, Xerus.
Awesome.
You see Sylra just kind of pops this vial into your mouth, and as soon as like it enters your gullet, you see her walking away again. The 2 of you have walked into this room now, JJ and Roscoe, and the banging is coming from this vault door on the other side of this room, kind of encased in rock. And as the 2 of you are looking at it, just confused for a second, you see more than you hear the silhouette in your peripherals, and you both look over, and Sylra's standing there.
Oh god.
Maybe not open the door. There's a rather angry mimic inside.
Oh, I can take it. I'm gonna open the door.
Well, sure. I mean, if you want to let it eat you, and
I'll give him the inside. You guys gonna cover me?
I ready my revolver.
I lean up against the doorway and ready a cantrip.
How far are we away still?
So I'm guessing all of you are following your allies that are heading into this room.
That would be the goal once we got Thane.
Yeah, Thane is sufficiently slung about Leon's back.
Okay.
So opening this door, is there a way to like, hook my rope that I just collected to the door and then back up and like pull the door open?
Ooh.
It opens inwards to the vault.
Does any wizard here have mage hand?
Is your servant spell active?
Does any non-wizard here have
Yes.
mage hand?
I thought it did. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can open the door from a distance. About 30 feet.
Everyone ready a ranged attack?
I get in a runner's position.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Ranged attack.
I put my head on Roscoe. I'm like, Roscoe, but do I know anything about mimics?
Give me a history check.
I am gonna take.
So
a
I'm
minute
assuming I do not.
first.
Yes. 13.
Okay. Hold that.
I'm gonna tie up Thane's hands with my sling.
Give me a survival check.
Eventually, I'll get down to survival at the very bottom.
I suppose you can take the concentration off me.
14.
14's. You feel like it's sufficient. Wrapping up his hands in a tight bind.
Low DC.
Like a scrunchie.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
For when we go.
You feel that this tie on Thane's unconscious body, slung about Leon, is sufficient.
We'll
Yeah,
go ahead and throw the
well,
restrained condition on him,
Yeah, that's fine.
as well as the unconscious.
got one for everything. Do you have a drunk one over there?
And one for
I do, I
This
do
is
actually.
Stupid.
Stupid, yep. Here's
Whoa,
Roscoe.
whoa, I'm drunk.
Stupid. No, for Thane.
Oh, okay.
The stupid condition.
Oh yeah, let's, yeah. Let's get
Sucks ass. There we go.
Yeah, don't forget you guys also have somebody out in a friggin' storage unit outside. Anyways,
He's nailed in a chest in a storage unit that's also closed.
I don't have personal history with him.
all right. So as all of you are gathering around, this banging still happen on this vault wall. What are you doing right now? What's happening?
Ready a ranged attack, opens the door, go bang.
He was gonna tell me something about mimics.
Oh right, yes, 13 on. Do I know
13
about
on the
mimics?
history. You know that they exist.
Sure.
And relatively what they do, they imitate inanimate objects in hopes to catch prey, not unlike a Venus flytrap for smaller insects. You never have personally seen one before.
Right. So just kind of a loose concept.
Yes.
Here's a loose concept of a mimic. Probably don't run up on it yet.
But like,
Yes, but it doesn't have a spine, I think.
Sylra's gonna take a few steps back and totally let them go in first because she saw this thing eat a man whole.
Will you communicate that to anyone?
No.
You just see Sylra kind of back up into the corner.
She's just like,
All I know is bite bad. Let's kill it from distance.
I've learned
Dart?
to trust
Dart?
them. Yeah, I mean, like I open my robe and I've got like 6 darts poked in.
Also, don't you have like?
I do. I've got one.
One'll do.
I still have my invisible ally that I'm going to position in front of the door. In addition to opening the door, that'll kind of serve as a block in case it tries to come out after us.
You guys see like the door to this room kind of opens up a little bit and some dust is kicking up on the ground.
Pushes right past me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of shoves its way through the middle of everybody and stands right here.
Click, click.
Imagine it has its barrel face pressed
Dart.
up against the bars.
Dart ready.
Okay, Roscoe's readying a dart. JJ's readying a magic bullet.
Aye.
Cannon.
Rod and cannon.
Rod and cannon.
Arcane bolt.
Arcane bolt. What you doing over there, Theono?
Dissonant whispers.
Loot. Oh.
Spell slot, okay. Leon, what are you doing?
I mean, I can keep him over my shoulder and just ready a psychic
He's restrained.
attack. If we're doing range,
You want to ready your breath weapon?
yeah.
Okay.
Can you not leave the body close to the mimic?
Or it's on his shoulders.
It's on his shoulders.
Oh, okay. Just don't let it eat it, please.
Yeah, I'll stay back and just keep it on my
Hit
shoulders.
him.
And you're gonna Fusro Da that dude as he walks in the door. Okay, and Sylra, what are you doing?
Got my revolver ready.
Okay, and how is the door opening?
Is there like a
Mage hand.
Or unseen
Your
servant.
mage hand? Okay, or unseen servant, because it can technically open a door. It's a vault door, but it's now no longer locked.
Either way, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, invisibly you guys see this wheel starts spinning. The door opens. It's quiet. It's dark and it's silent for a moment. And you see the crescent of a bluing glow from the inside of this thing. As it hops into this doorway, it screeches a little bit, its tongue whipping out. All of your ready action. That was flavor. All of your ready actions are engaging. Everyone, go ahead. Do what you were going to do. It's a dex save for you, Leon.
And a whiz save for me.
And a whiz save for you.
Oh yeah, I don't have to roll anything to hit, right?
Yeah,
No,
correct.
you're just gonna roll damage, and I'm gonna make a save. So Dex for Leon save passes with a 19. Wisdom save from Thalner, I'd imagine fails with an 11.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna wish for something. You said it opened its mouth and we saw blue light. Does that give us advantage?
That was flavor.
Alright, okay. 9
Just
to
flavor.
hit.
9 to hit misses, unfortunately. 14 hits.
Dirty
Wait,
20.
I had a
Let
dirty
me double
20
check.
as well.
14 hits. Dirty 20 hits.
18.
14 hits. 18 hits. Everybody go ahead and roll your damage.
Missed with the cannon, unless a 10 hits.
10 does not hit. And then, Leon, what was the second damage?
Oh, I thought I failed.
Oh,
It's usually
it
half and
passed.
fail.
Is it halved or is it not?
It is halved. Breath weapons. Dex saves are typically half.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Thalner, damage on your Distant Whispers.
18.
Whoa!
Okay. Unless this
And
thing
it's terrified.
And would
Yeah.
be running away from you. Okay.
Could potentially be immune to that.
1.
1 damage from Leon.
Yay!
And you helped.
Sylra, how much
Oh
damage?
no, it's not
7
feared.
damage.
Rub it in.
7 damage from Sylra.
It's not feared. It just has to immediately use its reaction to move away as far as its movement will allow.
It basically
Which
just
it-
gets trapped
it
in
Backs
that
back
room.
backs
into the hole.
corner.
Yeah, it is back to
34
the hole.
damage plus his.
Yeah, and then 8
8 damage from Salvo.
on a firebolt if fire damage matters.
No.
10 damage.
10 damage from JJ.
6.
This has to.
6 damage from Xerus.
If my math is correct, that's 50 damage.
Yeah, but it is still alive with 5 HP.
What?
As it essentially is just getting pummeled and bludgeoned up into this. It has to take its reaction to run away from Thalner. Is it considered frightened of you?
No.
Okay, so now it just moves its movement speed out into the room, which is only 20 feet, basically makes it to this table, and more or less without making you guys roll anything else, I'm
We kill it.
certain
This
that
guy.
Roscoe,
I did not get any hits yet, and
You
I
have it.
sprint up and slide and just.
Okay, all right, yeah, roll the hit, roll the hit.
He claims it.
I do it.
Dibs.
11
AC is 12.
plus I get an unarmed strike
Its AC is 12, so that misses.
of 13.
13 hits
There we go.
for your unarmed strike.
Punches it in the tongue.
8.
It had 5 points of damage left.
Judo
As
chop,
it hops out into this room, it opens up its mouth. You go to hit it with the staff, it kind of sticks to its tongue, lashes off to the side, and you just wrench your hand inside of it and just pull at anything and just pull it out. And you actually pull the tongue out of this creature, and it just hits the ground and rolls over.
Along with the other guy?
No.
That's awesome.
The other guy's melted into a puddle of acid.
Slam the tongue down. And
You go to slam it down, it kind of sticks to your hand for a little bit. You go to slam it again, it's still stuck to your hand.
acid punch, and it just melts
The
off.
acid literally just peels it off of your hand and it drops to the ground.
Nice.
Okay. You guys, once again, are out of combat.
Is JJ still poisoned?
I don't know how long it lasts.
Yeah, what again?
You
What
are
does that
still poisoned.
poison do?
Oh, I should
One
have.
more
Disadvantage on skill checks.
I mean, it would have.
Okay.
I don't think it would have affected.
That's not a. That was an attack, right?
That's an F20.
Yeah, you're fine. And it's against ability checks, not attacks. You
Roll something other than that one.
don't even need to do that. You just roll a nat 20.
I thought I had disadvantage on the attack.
You gotta
so-
flex on us like that. Okay. Alright.
Okay, if you must.
So, this vault door is now open.
Yep. And there's a dead mimic on the ground.
What the hell was that? Anybody? I mean, I guess I
Matter.
heard it.
I would like to.
Seems like a mimic.
Poisoner's kit perhaps contain any antidote?
Highs, lows, or middles?
Let's go middles.
You do not have an antidote in your bag with a 5 on the percentile.
My blade is poisoned.
Shouldn't have licked it.
Does his poison look like it's affecting him poorly, or is just kind of...
Just imagine lethargy from like having a cold. That's essentially what has
Alright,
happened.
so it's not so bad, so I'll just give him a sip from my normal flask.
Okay. Yeah, take a sip.
Your flask is poisoned. I'm just kidding. I would like to, while everyone's probably going to head towards the vault or some type of thing, I kind of want to investigate around in general, especially bookshelves and so on and so forth, and just kind of see what's going on with the other stuff.
Bookshelves.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I'm feeling similarly. I'd like to find documentation and such.
Salvo begins walking over, seeing you kind of like gripping the pain in your side, and taps you on the shoulder like,
Let's see how we do.
I got a 9, so just about minimum for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
29.
vision blurred.
you guys walk over to like this desk area nearby to the bookshelf, kind of towards the vault door. With a 29, you
I rolled
find
a 19 plus a 3 on my d4 plus 7.
scrolled up and sealed with a waxen seal of a bright and vibrant chromatic spiral.
Yo.
A bit of parchment.
Oh, wow.
Toasty.
I'm gonna find a chair or something to sit on.
Just relax for a second, lights up a cigar.
Let out a couple of coughs.
I would like to keep Thane along my back and just lay down and use Thane's belly as my...
He's unconscious for 1d4 hours. The amount of hours you don't know, that's fine. You use him as a pillow.
Okay.
Roscoe is still jonesing. I just got bat on. No one even fucking,
Nice.
But
Salvo.
that is
From here, that looks
awesome.
like...
Salvo, do you speak Draconic?
I do.
Please use this light.
Wow.
Wait, what does it look
This
like?
better.
Wow.
Use the thing.
I'm gonna
do it,
hold
do
on.
it.
I'm gonna do the thing just so they can see too.
Did you draw with your pee?
Wait, what?
Urine is invisible ink.
What?
You can use urine as invisible
That's
ink.
This shows up in UV.
Nice.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
No
more you
taking.
know.
Why did I buy that pen? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. It works.
Sick.
It works.
Well done.
Thanks.
Should I read this aloud?
You do what Salvo would do. Salvo got a 29 on the investigation. Xeris is kind of fumbling through some of the bookshelves. You find a scroll kind of tucked in one of the drawers that you pop open and pull it out. Looks like it has been recently placed there.
We are an investigative team. They are my team members. Yeah, I'd read it aloud.
Okay.
In Draconic? I'm just kidding.
I would understand it.
I would as well.
Most of you would, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Tonight, we battle the sorcerers. Ready your loyalists and prepare more crafted. Ooh. A justice and an illusionist will lead the way. Beware the gold and silver. Destroy the shield crystal at all costs.
Shield crystal.
The palings.
Justice and illusionist.
Yeah, I will.
Makes me sad that as a character, I shouldn't be involved with this riddle.
Yeah. Xeris would definitely mention the Justice and the Illusionist. I feel like this refers to Theo. And also, what was the name of the... I do have it in my notes, but what was the name of the illusionist with the drip inside
It's an easy history check, Cassius.
Cassius? I think this is referring to Theo and Cathius in terms of that part of it.
A justice and an illusionist will lead the way.
Yeah.
Illusionist, yeah, that one asshole.
Because I got a nat 20 on that check with him.
Prepare more grafted. Grafted are probably
Those grafted
More.
the ones with all the grafted bits. Battle the sorcerers. The
The
Abjurai.
yeah, which is bad.
Beware the gold and silver.
That's the one that I'm not.
Artificers?
I keep getting them mixed up. So it's like they're going after Amara. Beware Paula. Her army or her guards have gold and silver armor, right?
I thought they were like super dark, like almost midnight.
Fauner, when you're thinking about this track, like this train of thought, you do think that the armor would have been gold and silver, but having seen the Justice of the Peace flit by several times, it's more of like a dark purple and ebony.
Not the Justice of the Peace.
The Justice.
Eldritch Knights.
The
That's
Justice
the
of the
one.
Peace are black and silver armor. The Eldritch Knights are a blackened and like a purplish blue type
Okay.
armor.
Imagine like a midnight oil kind of feel.
But, Fauner, please give me a history check as your inquisitive mind starts to think about this track.
Yeah, that's.
By the way, that's actual canon D&D Draconic.
That one.
Oh, so
Yeah, nat one. Fauner, you're the idea of gold and silver to you makes no sense in this circumstance. You're uncertain of what this could possibly mean.
pass it down. So the I don't know exactly what the gold and silver is. However, yeah, it seems like they want to take down the walls, and of course I'm saying kind of communicating this in character, but if they want to take down the shield, I'm connecting this with what you said you saw and talking about the strength of that. So it seems pretty apparent there may be an imminent dragon attack being staged on the city. Let's wake Thane up.
Who at this time was going into the vault? Because
That would be me.
okay.
Yeah, probably
this
those
guy
two.
right
Roscoe and Sylra, as these guys are all nerding out over scrolls and stuff.
Do like an
Yeah,
Me
Scylla's
too.
gonna kind of like walk into it, lowering her hood, like, you know, like walking into like this is what she's been waiting for.
This is like the Cave of Wonders for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like a kid in a candy store in here. She runs in here. She opens up like one of the chests full of coins, and she just kind of leans down and smells them.
The larger chest that did not have a lock on it, if that's what you're specifying, there are bricks of silver lining this chest.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at them.
Ingots.
She's like, she opens it up. It's like, ah.
Yes. Being a pirate, I have not seen chests stacked up like this since our heyday, and I have a nostalgic feel of wealth just flow over me, and I start opening all the chests.
You go and you start opening up the chests that are on the other side of this vault door, full of coins. There are 3 separate stacks. One of them is silver, one of them is gold, and the other is platinum. There are 6 chests full of each, just stacked up.
6
on
of
top.
each?
This
Yes.
seems too easy.
That wasn't easy.
I know, but like, just gonna walk. I'm like, all right.
So we buried lots of treasure in our day, and as pirates do, we trap the shit out of them. So I start looking for traps.
You've already looked through several of these cases and have not found one trap. However, there is still a chest in here that has not been opened and is locked. So basically, when you have this thought process and you've already like opened up several of these coin chests, you turn and you look at the one that's locked, and right about that time, like the wash of wonder has passed through Sylra as she stares at these silver bars, sees you, and you guys both make eye contact with the locked chest.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately pull out my thieves' tools.
Hold on. Let me check it out first.
Okay.
I've seen traps not only for opening, but for picking them up. The trap may not be for lifting the lid. We may pick it up and...
Explosion noise.
Can you detect if there's Any traps?
I investigate for traps.
Okay. Are you going to help him do that?
Sure.
Okay. You guys, Roscoe, you can either roll at advantage or you guys can make a check separately. What would you guys like?
What are we
Sure,
rolling for?
Investigation.
I'll roll one.
All right, let's each roll our
She's been lucky with her dice.
14.
It's a 14.
You guys are kind of looking all up and down. Don't see any wires, don't see any threads. Kind of tapping the inside of the box, seeing if it'll trigger anything. Nothing. Just a locked chest.
Okay.
All right, yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna use my thieves tools to pick the lock.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's going to be Dex plus proficiency. JJ, you're kind of seeing all of this, whereas like your seat at the table perfectly is watching the two of them inside of this vault and watching these three over here kind of talking about the scroll and what it could mean.
That's
Is
a
the
9.
military a different color from the Justice of the Peace?
Yep. The Drake Hand military is red and white.
Having read that and found it, do I get most of the references. The silver and gold is the one that I'm not picking up on so much. Do I have a roll I could make?
You can give me an insight or a history check. Make that roll and hold on to it. Sylra, what'd you get on your lock?
A 9.
Lock?
Yeah.
Picking check with a 9. You go in there, you pop 2 tumblers, and as soon as you start the third one, it breaks in your hand.
All right, let me try this. And I want to acid finger strike it.
Oh. Roll a hit.
13 plus 6 if I use my strike, which would be 19.
It hits. And go ahead and deal your monk weapon unarmed strike, but this is acid damage.
7.
Okay, that'll do it. Sarah, your lock picks kind of break inside of it. It's not a complicated lock, but you were just excited. Mm-hmm. It breaks in your hand. You start fumbling for another pick, and Roscoe's just like, all right. And it starts melting and bubbling, and then eventually just falls off the chest.
We kind of look at each other, we're like, yeah. We open it.
Okay.
But like we both open it.
Yes.
You guys both open it. Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. What did you get on your, was it history or insight?
It was history, and it was a 7.
You are
baffled.
This is new for you, to be baffled and uncertain, and I don't imagine that Salvo would even really say that or admit that. Like
something more like,
Yeah.
This is an intriguing problem.
It says, beware the silver and gold?
Yes.
is this something that I am able? I don't know if I'm able to make a check for this. I don't know if I know anything about this.
The dots, but
History.
Okay. 22.
22.
Let me double check.
The guy
that.
doesn't remember anything.
22.
We're gonna pause you right there.
Okay.
You two open this chest.
I think we're now best friends. Like, I kind of somehow put away the, evil, sneaky rabbit guy, and we bonded over treasure.
Exactly.
I
You
forgive
two
you for
have.
stealing my chest.
You guys just like, there's enough money for both of us. It's fine.
You guys open this chest. You see a pair of goggles that have kind of a shimmery black image in the lenses. You see two 12-inch in length and 4-inch in diameter rectangular boxes with handles on top of them. You see a small pouch with some lumpy, maybe spherical things inside of it. Mm-hmm. You see another small, unassuming pouch just kind of listed off to the side. You also see a cloak that is kind of turquoise and black. Mm-hmm. And also a ring just kind of in a clear cased ring box.
So many. This is the biggest score she's ever seen. So she's just like,
I don't even know where to start.
As you guys are talking about that, Xeris with a 22 on your history check. These are the words that you start to put together in your mind. Tonight, we will be attacking the sorcerers. Mm-hmm. You instantly assume this to be the Grand Spire Citadel with all of the magists in that area. Mm-hmm. Tonight, that's a problem. And convenient. because supposedly the leader of the Dracan military is going to be taking an excursion out to the swamp tonight. You were told.
And do I know that name?
Zolgara? Yeah, you were around.
Zolgara was going to the swamp tonight.
Yep, you were around for that.
Okay.
Additionally,
I thought you were going to give him all the gear.
moving forward, you do not deviate from your assumption of the justice being Theo. You do not deviate from your assumption of the illusionist being Cassius. The gold and silver mulls over into your mind, and you skip over it for a second. You think that the shield crystal must be destroyed at all costs. They're talking about the crystal that floats in between the tri-twisting crystalline spires of the Grand Spire Citadel that ejects this magic and creates the stone bubble of the city.
Okay.
So the gold and silver, the gold and silver, the gold and silver attacking the sorcerers. The assault on Amara's boat parade. Paula Sorel Larai has golden eyes. And Amara Silverwine has silver eyes.
That's exactly what I thought. Perfect. Paul and Amara.
That's what you surmise.
And what time is it? It's early, right?
No. Right now it's probably about 6 p.m.
Oh, God. Come here to cast spells and solve riddles, and I'm all out of spell slots. So I communicate that it's probably beware of Paul and Amara. And so, yeah, connecting all the dots and
That sounds
laying
accurate.
out, what's happening. They're going to attack tonight.
We may be fortunate in the fact that Amara and Cynthia were going to speak with Zolgara as soon as we left to come here. Now, a good amount of time has passed, but maybe that's delayed them a little bit. If we're lucky.
Don't one of you guys have a mental connection to one of them? I swear they've talked in your heads before.
That's not how that works.
Only at their will.
Yeah, that's dangerous,
man.
unfortunately.
You notice Roscoe's kind of saying this while not
Yeah,
stopping
I'm
from
barely-
ogling the contents of this chest and just this room itself.
And I immediately think about this only at will. Look over to Leon and say, you were just with them, right?
You had just been visiting with Paula. The topic of discussion with that conversation between you, Leon, and Paula, it was entirely about what were the fine details of your expulsion from your homeland. Unless you feel like sharing, that will remain between you two.
Directly, what I'm asking is, assuming that you came here, because the way Xeris would think about this is that Paula was aware of what was going on. She, checked in on us, maybe? And so I asked that.
You guys had all communicated together with Leon in the room that your intent was to go to the clinic and then to go to the warehouse and then figure it out after that. That's why Leon would have remembered it. And in this conversation where Paula would have, you can surmise this as much as a group, she did release Leon from custody. And in this circumstance, Paula had told you the location of Warehouse 11.
Yeah, I left Paula an hour or so ago. I just knew you guys were going to be at the warehouse, and when I heard commotion from inside, I ran in, but I haven't been with her for a while.
But she was still there at the spire?
Yes.
I get up from my stool and just kind of creak over. We got to get back to the Citadel, and I try to head out this hallway, limping a little bit, and
JJ, hold on. Look at us.
tonight means tonight. I don't know.
I know, but
What other definition you know, but
We can at least.
do you know any of the
inform
Drakehand that would help?
I mean,
We need help.
they're all out on that excursion, and for the most of the active ones, the ones I know are probably either in the dirt or older than.
What were you saying, Connor?
I was just saying, we can let them know. At least warn them.
I can't talk to them. They won't trust me.
Hey, you can come with me. We gotta take care of this little bastard anyway.
While you guys continue talking about that, Roscoe and Sylra, what are you doing in this vault?
There's really so much awesome stuff in this chest. We should just take the whole thing. I mean, like, I think this chest with all the random shit is almost more valuable than the coins.
No, I completely agree. These are all magic items, I take it.
I almost, if I have a chance, do I kind of easily open one of those rectangular boxes?
So you pull one out and open it up?
Yeah.
Okay, you pull it out of the box, you open it up, it's just a flap that's essentially like on the, there's a handle, and then there's a flap that the handle goes into. As you open it up, you think it's a mimic. It starts popping out and extending in a very long tongue-like shape, and then as soon as it stops, you realize it's not attacking you, and there's a 6-foot-long boat. Just sitting there on the ground.
Can I fold it back up?
Yep, you start folding it back up and it goes straight back into the box.
As a boatman, I definitely...
And you realize the other box is identical to this one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're so smart.
I kind of yelled to everyone else, "Hey guys, we may need to go, but can we get some help?"
Yeah, and hearing this noise of the and imagine like the
You guys look
Like,
over
I
and there's
came
like
over.
the tip of a boat extended out from the vault door. Yeah.
My Titanic on the front of it.
Yeah, I kind of came over to figure out like what was happening over here.
You see Roscoe nervously like kind of like collapsing this boat and just like folding it back into a box, and
Me and Sylra got this one, but there's 6 chests of platinum, not mention all the other stuff in here.
6 chests of platinum?
And gold and silver.
Okay, well that got worse.
I started with the best one.
So Sylra's gonna kind of open that bag that was in there, maybe hoping it's full of gems.
the lumpy orby one.
Mm-hmm.
You look in there and they look like crystalline, clear, slightly opaque bubbles.
Okay.
And you pinch one and it's made of glass.
Okay.
And bubbles. There's a ring.
There's a ring and a
I mean, I'm not like a sorcerer, so I'm kind of guessing I wouldn't understand what it
she's
does.
not really into magic at all.
but,
She's just
like,
kind of
I
here for
know that
valuables.
I'm like,
Are those?
So you pick up that bag, take it, pocket it. What are you doing with it?
No, it doesn't look. She's kind of in it for money, not so much magical items. She's looking to, refill her stash
She
there.
picks it
So
up, hefts
Well,
it. There's
hey.
a slight clinking sound. She drops it, turns around back towards the chests of coins.
grab some platinum. I'll drag this one.
Leon, what were you saying?
yeah.
Well, as the commotion happened, and then Roscoe said he needed some help in there, I get up, maintaining Thane on my shoulders, and then walk over there slowly. And those gem-like balls. You said they're actually just glass?
You walk over
Or
there,
they're
and
glass-like.
the trunk's still open. Roscoe's still rifling through it, and you pull out that small sack and open it up, and yeah, there's like these little glass, almost marble-like.
Okay. I
items.
just want to check to see if it's a gemstone that I've seen on the trade markets or anything like that.
Give me a nature check with advantage.
Uh, 11.
11. This doesn't look like gems to you. In fact, it looks like blown glass. You don't think it's a gem.
Well, I don't think these are gems, but
So
about it.
if
JJ, are
you
you still walking out at this time?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Xeris, you attempt to stop JJ, and he basically kind of shrugs you off and says, tonight's tonight.
I notice JJ leaving, and I go, Roscoe, give me whatever you want me to carry, and I'm going with JJ. I'll give it to you later.
I mean, so if none of the reasons, the things that I know I can fit on my person is the bag of glass beads and the ring.
I can very easily help with this.
Yeah, I'm in here. I can
Yeah.
Well,
As the rest of you kind of rifle in while Leon
So
says
we kind
that.
of, yeah. I mean, like,
We all gather up.
I do Xeris' floating disc.
It's yours.
It's purple.
Nice.
But this is more like a
So-
metal purple, so it's just like
How
a slight
heavy
hue.
is a chest of platinum?
One of these 6 chests of platinum. I'm not going to give you a rough estimate because then I'm going to have to minus
know.
the
How
heft
many
of the
chests of
chest.
platinums can we fit on?
You start digging through the coins. Each chest has about 100 platinum in it, about 100 gold in it, and about 100 silver in it.
Each chest has all 3 metals.
There are 6 of each 3,
6 of each one separate.
and each chest is about 100
Oh my god!
pounds.
So there's
or
18
100
chests
coins.
of coin.
Yes.
I'm more focused on.
So there's 600 platinum. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
600 platinum, 600 gold, 600 silver.
New spell book.
So
New
take.
gem.
Man, I'm interested in the platinum chest and this one chest that I'm of the magic items that I'm starting to drag out.
I'm like, hurry, give me something.
Can he carry a chest of platinum
And a
or
prayer.
two.
and that guy?
It's perfect.
All right, give him one. Give him a chest of platinum.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm over there just scooping
Can I
coins
pick up-
out of one of the chests into my bag, because who cares about the chest? We just need the money.
Yeah,
And the
so-
chest is
Oh
heavy.
yeah, it's a great point.
Take the money out the chest.
Yeah,
pick-
so
Yeah, that's actually a
fill in
really
the
good
bags
point.
full
Yeah,
of
we should just
coins.
take the money out of the chest.
Okay. Sylra was doing this long prior before you guys, so I'd say you get about 2 chests of platinum and 1 chest of gold before it starts to get really heavy for you, and then all the other ones start to walk up towards these chests.
Okay, and she's gonna kind of start to drag her bag out, and she's just like, well, it's been a pleasure. Well, we're on my way.
You're not going with us to warn the Drake Hand?
The who?
Or, yeah.
The who?
They're part of the deal's up.
Well, this is what I came for. I got some great stuff. Nobody died. Made a new friend.
I actually kind of look at him, kind of like,
Several people.
yeah,
No- yeah, no-
kind of
nobody
fist bump
good,
and
I
say
guess.
goodbye.
Yeah, I
You
just
did
kind
make
of
a
like
good team.
try to see her grow up, I guess, a little bit, as I do all the little kids in the.
Yeah, you remember when she had fallen off of that building, essentially learning how to parkour through the slums, and had
She was
broken her little bunny arm and had to come to see you at the clinic.
She was just a wee little rabbit.
Yeah, she turned
So-
out all right.
Fed her cold
Yeah,
carrots.
still kicking. Anyway,
She hates carrots.
Oh, she does.
I tried
never
that.
mind.
I tried that last session.
That's why.
So however you want to play it,
Just
I mean,
me.
yeah, I would like to try and, of course, load up platinum in my backpack, but I'm carrying the actual chest of the boats and the ring and all the magic stuff.
As we had discovered last episode, you have quite a lot of
I will
heft to
dump-
your
I
inventory.
will dump a lot of stuff like torches and rations.
All right, well,
Buy back.
without
Who needs
dumping
food?
anything, you could carry one of those square boxes in each hand.
A box of platinum and a magic box.
No, 2 magic boxes. There's 2 magic boxes.
There's 2 magic
There's
boxes.
2 identical magic boxes, and
Talking
one of
about
them you
the
had
boat,
open turned
the
into a
boat boxes, not
And
the
that was
magic
in the
chest.
chest,
at all.
Oh,
right?
I
It
mean
was
the
in
chest.
chest.
I mean the entire chest of magic stuff.
You could
That's
just put
heavy,
that.
you can't carry
just
that.
put it on the disc.
Only
Okay.
the ye old inflatable.
Put it on the
caps.
disc.
Put it on the desk, but I take the ring and the glass beads and I put them in my pack.
Okay. Put those in your inventory.
If I dump rations and torches, can I take platinum in my pack also?
Yes.
We could.
Let's settle all of that on our canon Discord chat.
Sounds good.
Cool.
I will say the only thing that you guys would have to leave behind is the chest that is full of silver bars. However, Xeris's disc can carry that.
Yeah, no, we'll work together. We'll put it on the disc.
Yeah, we'll save all the math.
So
then
all the
otherwise we
math
could
for
take all
later,
the
we
coins.
take as much as.
Yes.
We take it all, one way or
Except for
another.
minus.
Minus 200 platinum and 100 gold that
Yeah.
Sylra had taken.
Yeah, that's.
I'll sit there and just fling each individual silver bar onto Xeris disc.
Yep. You guys do that.
I a handful. I just rain it on.
Jack at this time has
100
essentially
gold?
stumbled out
Yeah,
the door.
I got it all noted.
Before
So, and some platinum as well.
Yes.
Two
Before that happens, as you guys are all loading up, Sylra and JJ, you two are basically walking out at the same time. Everybody else is hurriedly trying to get with all of this loot and everything. The two of you seem to be parting ways. You, Jack, not really knowing an exit and it being very dark in here minus this glowing stone,
There's a fairy fire, and I don't know how long.
It's dropped,
gone.
but you
It's
can pick
gone.
up the stone.
There's still a glowing stone right there where you're sitting and hanging out. As the two of you kind of like nod and exchange a look, you hear Leon just kind of plodding along behind you. And Sylra, what are you doing? What are you saying?
So I'll kind of guide everyone out of the building since she kind of knows her way through here. We'll kind of
Closest
make
exit's about like right there.
Okay, we'll kind of make it out onto the street, and she'll kind of say her goodbyes. It was nice working with you.
I wanted to peek in here on my way out, though.
Till next time.
Not looking for anything, just.
You got
It's
2,100 gold equivalent, so...
Cheers.
As
quite successful.
you guys walk through that area, Sylra takes you through that area. It's the offices for the people that work in this warehouse. As you walk through this area, just a cursory glance in the dark, you smell rotting meat, and you see piles of grotesque body parts, all centered around this table that seems to be covered in blood.
I nod to Salvo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Is
I was
that
gonna say
the
burn it down.
graftings?
Oh, yeah, I think that's where the grafting happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say burn it down.
I would like to know what they're doing.
Yeah, after.
Burn it.
I'm also
After
gonna
burn
roll.
it. Burn it after.
I'm gonna
Finding
roll
it
the
out.
barrel all the way
I'm
back
going to
to
burn it now.
the
Can
guy
you
that's
wait
in
1
the
moment?
shipping container. I'm gonna kick that barrel all the way to the citadel.
A barrel? Oh, the crate. He's in a crate in the shipping container.
Oh, I thought he was in a barrel inside the shipping.
He's in a crate inside of the shipping container.
Yeah, crated.
Probably throw it on the disc, maybe, yeah.
Cathis?
Yeah, you guys can do that.
So real quick, as you guys are all talking about that, Sylra seems disinterested.
Yep.
Completely.
Yeah.
And our business is concluded.
And she was just talking to you guys about something.
Oh yes. Sorry.
Well, she'll kind of see this disgusting sight that's in this room, and she'll kind of explain to you guys that I'm not quite sure what your goals are, what you're up to here, but I do want to warn you to be wary of the chromatic spiral. They're up to some very dark, evil things. Some things that I think we saw firsthand of here today. They're bringing dead dragons into the city and performing some very frightening experiments with them.
We found that, you can get the dead dragons in pretty easy. If we were to beware, then where should we stay away from?
I don't know exactly where they're performing these experiments, but they move around the city. But they are very dangerous people.
So real quick, Sylra, as a designate thief, basically being told where to go, what your mark is, where to hit, you don't know a lot of the involvement of the chromatic spiral, as you had just said to them. Your knowledge is limited to what we had prior discussed.
Yeah.
And if you felt trusting enough to tell them any of it, that's entirely up to you. But as far as other whereabout and activities of spiral, chromatic spiral in the city, you're uncertain.
Yeah, that she doesn't know where they are. She only knows the information that she has shared with you.
So, as you're saying your goodbyes as well, Zeus definitely wants to come up and almost like tail between the legs for like how he's acting at first. Maybe I was too quick to judge. It was nice to meet you, Sylra.
That's quite all right, Xerus. It was a pleasure to meet you as well. Well, I better be on my way. I've got other things to steal. And she'll kind of pop open like a sewer manhole
Outside in the street, yep.
and drop her bag down in there and be like, well, ta-ta, and just kind of pop down there.
That makes so much sense though, because think of where her stash was.
She's a poop bunny.
She's a sewer bunny.
Stay out of trouble.
I love it.
I slide the sewer cat back over.
And
Pat, pat, pat.
Sylra exits the scene. You don't have to leave the table if you don't wish. But from there, you guys have sufficiently raided the warehouse. You've discussed a few matters. survived. Whew.
Could we not investigate the parts room?
Okay, yeah. So you and Jack kind of, after saying the few goodbyes, decide to head back into the warehouse. Leon, confused at first because Jack was very adamant about leaving.
I'm still on that train of thought. I was just kind of like glancing in there as I was passing it.
Okay, all right.
One man, one mission type of.
I was
Gotcha.
going to just investigate as we were leaving kind of thing.
Gotcha. So despite discussions, Jack is adamant in leaving. Salvo, go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're leaving.
28.
Including the mangled in awful chunks and pieces of long deceased dragons, you also see the mangled carcasses of humanoids with pieces of dragons' claws, arms, wings, scales, teeth attached to them, and a lot of the wounds that seem to have been the fatal part were part of those grafts. Some of them did not survive the experiments. In fact, a couple of them seem to be holding letters. You start searching through a couple of their bodies, and some of them were just regular people living in the city. Some of them had folded up, almost patterned in a way, pieces of paper that indicate, this is where your next score is. This is where the Orzov Syndicate bids you to go next. So you surmise through all of this that most of these dead bodies here were members of the Orzov Syndicate that unfortunately met an untimely end due to the grafting process.
As I'm dragging the chest through, does it seem like there's some area that's
Shut up.
still got like... You're saying that this seems like they're all fucked up and failed experiments.
Piles of...
Is there areas where they seem like they're still trying new stuff? Like, is it worth me burning this whole building?
Oh, I'm doing that. I literally said, yeah.
Roscoe, regardless of seeing more future evidence, morally, I would imagine, burn it down.
So there's a lot of hay bales over here, and I've got fire punch,
And I've got fire.
and he's got
Throw.
fire.
I got fire throw.
Yeah, we could do that.
So the
Flamethrower
three
team.
of you go into the warehouse.
Couple of flamethrowers.
Leon and JJ are still making their way on the road. Thalner's like, at least open a door! Like,
I'm just gonna run across the top.
I wanted to. These are shipping crates, right? I want to look inside them.
okay.
That
go
big
to-
beast was living inside one. Or
You
came out
go
of
to
one.
open them up, and there are long dead bodies of other giant, grotesque, grafted individuals, just like the first one.
It's better than initiative.
Okay, slam that shut. Burn it.
Burn it. We burn it and don't look back
There's
as we walk
doors
away.
out in various places. right?
So this is a. There, I got this other one. This is a door out.
Sure.
These are sliding, like garage type doors.
We need a
And that's the
backdraft.
only other.
Yeah, I was gonna say fire punch. You do the hay bales.
Yeah.
I'll do the meat room. You want to do the
Do the logs,
Yeah.
I figure hay and logs is gonna probably be the.
probably.
Yeah, these big bookshelves. Just
I'll just quickly kind of throw one on
Yeah, I guess
several.
I can just firebolt around all this wood and
just
we
kinda-
leave, and then
you get the hay, and we'll get everything else.
meet it where we tied up the one guy.
Yeah, Cathis.
So you guys all start to light it on fire, and by the time that you get to the point where you're at the shipping container, that has Cathis inside of it, still quiet.
Oh, that's a tattoo.
You guys open it up, and you.
That's crazy.
After hearing the sound of the door opening, you hear.
Oh, you're
yeah.
lucky we came back for you, bastard.
That's funny. Sorry.
And he still has Thane on his shoulder.
Well, those two, Leon and JJ, have continued walking.
That's fine, as long
They
as Thane's in our
kept
custody.
walking away from you guys, and you see them climbing the hill that ascends off in the distance towards the peak of the mountaintops. You see the Grand Spire Citadel.
Sure.
As you guys look up in that direction, towards the Grand Spire Citadel.
Fuck.
No.
You hear it
No.
before you see it. There is a screeching roar that permeates through the air, and as you look up, the figure of that 60-plus-ish long dragon sails above the paling, and then you see exploding with fiery energy multiple plumes of eruptions, all centralizing from the Grand Spire Citadel. And winking like a flashlight running out of energy, the magical stream from the crystal that was making the wall fails. Shit. And from the center point that beam had touched,
Oh my god, I just got goosebumps.
the wall has fallen, and that is where we will be ending session.
I'm
Damn.
glad it's not my town.
Gave me goosebumps from the sewer.
As Leon sees this, his nipples extend 6 centimeters.
Barbarian
Cannon now. Ray just
Diamond
It's already
nips.
trying not to look at it.
Emerald nipples. Okay.
Cut glass with them.
Sorry.
Okay, guys. Well,
we need the humor to lighten the mood, okay? We're screwed.
Not just
It's
us.
only a gigantic black dragon, and the defense mechanisms are down.
Wait, did you say black?
Yeah.
Okay.
The last episode, we had seen a silhouette of a black dragon.
you hadn't, but Leon, you see this creature
Yeah.
flying overhead.
Oh, thank God you have that dagger still.
Okay, guys. With that being
You
said,
need the 28 platinum infused with black dragon essence?
He's got a magic boot now. Like, credit.
2!
He's like, we're gonna make this so the dragon attacks Theo.
Where's Theo?
Still hasn't. There's a black dragon. It backfired.
You guys still have the other rest of it, don't you?
Yep, we got all of it.
That's true. We've got like
We got it all.
200 of them.
all right. So,
Oh my god, this is scary.
Tune in next time for the last episode of Skins.
Series finale.
Join our Discord. Talk about it.
all right, guys. So, with that being said, we're ending session today. I hope you guys that have been watching had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. What is that?
Anti-lane.
All right. For those of you that haven't yet, please join our Discord. Come hang out with us, talk to us, chat with us. We love interacting with you guys. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. It'll only help us grow in the future. And does anyone else have anything to say?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, look for our cool new shit. It's gonna be dropping soon.
Yes. Art.
Yes.
Artwork.
Character art.
Dice.
Yeah, if
all
you
that.
want to know how we look.
Hey.
Yeah, more dice to come.
Yes.
I'm too short to put it up there.
Check the
right,
socials
guys.
for those.
Thanks for letting
you so
Sylra
much.
join.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you,
Gabby.
Gabby.
Yay, Sylra!
I hope we never see you again.
We better.
All right, guys. All right. Well, we love you all very much. See you next Monday.